We are live on YouTube.
Thank you, Rohit sir. Dear students, we firstly would like to apologize to each one of you for this delay that has happened due to technical reasons, that we were not able to live stream this or come on YouTube on time. So a warm welcome to each one of you on behalf of the University of Mumbai. We would like to say that on behalf of the university, we would like to also welcome every student coming from different colleges, and we are glad that there are over 8,300 students who have registered for this program from different faculties. We also have students from other than Mumbai University. And so thank you for being a part of us. And we look forward to interact with each of you in these coming 6 days together. So as the welcome slide says, that as we are commencing this program, which is jointly conducted by the University of Mumbai UHV cell in collaboration with the Universal Human, in collaboration with AICTE, NCCIP wing, which has kindly provided all the necessary cooperation, resource persons, the kind of outlay of how we need to go about over these days. And therefore, we are grateful to each one of them, especially special mention to Shri Umeshji, who is with us today and who would take many sessions with each one of us. This, friends, has been due to the vision of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Suhas Pednekar, sir, our who has envisioned and made this day possible for each one of us. So, again, with these words of welcome, I would now ask our Associate Dean of Science and Technology, Principal Ukrande, who has been with us through this waiting for this program to go online and patiently being with us, Principal Dr. Ukrande and Professor Muzumdar, to say a few words to our students, the students that belong to each one of us. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon to all of you. I welcome on behalf of University of Mumbai each and every student of University of Mumbai and other universities for this 1 week program on universal human values. As you know, all of you, this AICT has made it point to have this universal human values to start from the 2018 onwards. And thereafter, in the University of Mumbai, especially in engineering, as a part of 3-week induction program, we have already incorporated this, one of the modules on universal human values. And now it is a time that each and every student, not from only professional courses, but from each and every stream, to know about this universal human values. And the content, those who are for this 1 week STTP, the various topics and the speakers are well-known speakers in this domain. And the participants from various institutes will have a lot of gain in the knowledge. Now, if we talk about this universal human values, first we go get some knowledge, some inputs, values from our parents, elder family members, and of course from the teachers. But it was not a part of curriculum as an audit or credit course. Forget about school, but not in higher education itself. And whatever is learned through the regular system, now it is being made a part and parcel of this curriculum by AICT through these various universities across India. And it is an opportunity for every student to learn through this. Now, what is expected by every individual, that he or she should be happy and healthy, that one should focus on first of all. Then of course it comes to the family. What is the value of his or her value in the family? How the relations are there, relationship is maintained, and of course for the overall prosperity of the individual and overall prosperity of the family members. Then it comes after individual, then it comes family, then it comes about the society at large. To what extent we can contribute for the overall development of a society, especially peace and harmony in the society by every individual. That matters a lot. And of course, when we take care of ourselves as a happy person, healthy person, and maintain the relationship, proper bonding in the family, will take care of the family and of course to the society and to the nation at large. So with this small note, I appreciate the efforts taken by Dr. Sybil Thomas under the guidance of our Honorable Vice Chancellor and Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor of University of Mumbai have taken this great initiative. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ukrande, sir. Sybil madam currently got out of the meeting on account of technical issue. So this is Smita Shukla. I'll take this forward. I, on behalf of University of Mumbai, IQAC, as well as Universal Human Values Cell, welcome all the participants today. I also welcome the members of the UHV Cell, University of Mumbai. Dr. Sybil Thomas will be joining soon. My greetings also go to Anuradha Majumdar, Madam, Dean of Science and Technology, Dr. Ukrande sir, who was the previous speaker, Dr. Manjari Kamath, Associate Dean, University of Mumbai, Dr. Mohan Rao, as well as Shri Umesh Yadav ji, member NCC IP, AICT, and who will be actually taking the students through to the journey of what universal human values are all about. On behalf of University of Mumbai, I have been asked to share a bit about what university has been doing in terms of quality initiatives. So my request is, if in case I can be permitted to share the screen so that my session can be focused. Yeah, thank you.
Ma'am, I'll just say a few words to the students and leave. Can you give me 2 minutes of time?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you so much.
Dean Madam. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mohan Rao sir. So greetings to my colleague, Dr. Suresh Ukarande, Associate Dean Technology, Professor Sybil Thomas, Coordinator of the University, Universal Human Cell, Professor Smita Shukla, Coordinator IQAC, Professor Manjari Kamath, Associate Dean Humanities. Both of the madams are going to address our students in the first session. Mr. Mohan Rao ji, Umesh Yadav ji from AICT Western Regional Office, and two great individuals who have been looking into the Universal Human Values Program 1 and 2 on behalf of AICT in Maharashtra, Dr. Anjali Kale and other members of Universal Human Cell. Welcome, my dear students, first of all, from engineering, pharmacy, architecture, MCA, and management. Number one, welcome to the new programs which you have joined, whether undergraduate or postgraduate. Congratulations, and also wishing you the very best in your academic journey in your respective professional programs. And also welcome to this first session of UHV Sampler, which is being organized by our Universal Human Values Cell. And I congratulate Dr. Sybil Thomas and her entire team for coming out with this second great attempt, which is a very en masse students are going to attend, very similar to in 2021, the endeavor made. Umesh ji and Mohan Rao ji were there associated even that time. We have more than 8,438 registrations, which is commendable to handle such a large number of students in such an induction program. So great job and congratulations to the team. UHV1 sampler has a series of lectures, my dear students, which you must have realized. The best part is the day of the session starts with one session or lecture from University of Mumbai, faculty, professors, officers. And today, Professor Smita Shukla is going to tell you about the benchmarking in terms of quality benchmarking of University of Mumbai in all aspects. Professor Manjiri Kamath is going to talk about how we are looking into heritage and conservation, because that is also a very important part of human values when it comes to attaining quality, maintaining quality, being ethical about maintaining quality, and also conserving your rich heritage. So it is not a lecture, it's not going to be a lecture series on moral science, my dear students. It's going to be an interesting series of lectures. And it is very important in the 21st century, with you all being, most of you all being millennials, especially those who have joined undergraduate first year. So what happens is that change is so rapid. It's a digital era, and very important for you to be in sync with yourself, love yourself, and inculcate human values or ethics as part of your subconscious. It is something which cannot be, thrown at you time and again. It should be part of our subconscious mind that we are ethical and we have values. And it is very important that, it will help you, as my previous speaker said, in being, in having the best bonding and relationship in your family, with your peers, with your friends, in your college or your institute, with society, the kind of relationship, how you are a citizen, an Indian citizen or a global citizen. So that plays a very important role. So it's very important that you are in sync and harmony with your ecosystem, whatever your close family is one, your ecosystem, your society is an ecosystem, your workplace or a college is an ecosystem, and also with environment. We have one precious earth where, there are living inhabitants, which we know of till date. So it is very important that we also respect nature and environment. And as we all, it is the mission and vision of UHV. And later on, my dear students, in subsequent semesters, you would also be taking a course on UHV 2, and that will probably ingrain you to more of what it takes to inculcate the values in it. And as you see, Dr. Mohan Rao sir's lectures also talk about aspirations. Your aspirations have to be in link with your values, and it is very important. You have to be in synergy with your surroundings, give your best and take the best, and be happy and healthy. It will help overall understanding the importance of uniform human values, ethics, will help you lead a very productive, not only institute academic life, but also later on to lead a professional life. And not be in a combative mode. You will enjoy your professional career, maintain your standards, and with less stress and conflicts. And with that, I wish UHV endeavor of this induction program the very best, both to the UHV cell as well as to Umesh ji and Mohan Rao ji and the entire team. I hope the University of Mumbai lectures, from the sports director, from students welfare director, NSS director, all of these will give you a very good, sort of a perspective about University of Mumbai also. And with this, I announce that this event is to be started and inaugurated. All the best, Professor Smita Shukla ma'am. I'm sure this is going to be your first flag off lecture, would be wonderful. All the very best.
Thank you, Professor Zunda ma'am, for your very kind words and inspiration for starting the meet. Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Now I invite Dr. Smita Shukla, Director IQAC and Director IC of the Alkesh Dinesh Modi Institute of Financial Management Studies, University of Mumbai. Ma'am, should I stop share?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah, please go ahead, ma'am.
Please make announcement that program is live on YouTube so that many people can join.
Yeah, sure. Yes, yes. So you can join YouTube. The link is given in your mail. Yeah. So it's already live on YouTube. Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay, I believe you all can see my screen.
Need to put view mode, ma'am. View mode.
Are you not able to see the screen? Please tell me.
No, not as yet. You can only see the slides, ma'am.
Okay, just a minute.
So
Just
slide
a
view,
minute.
ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you able to see now?
Yeah, it's not come in slide mode, ma'am. Still, you can see all your other slides.
I am present.
No problem. No problem. Please
I
start.
think you will
madam.
go ahead, ma'am, because maybe show
that's
bandwidth.
better.
Maybe show bandwidth. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there is a possibility like that. Otherwise, generally we
Yeah, we
don't.
can see the slides. No
Yeah.
issue. Yeah.
Okay. But once again, let me just quickly try that if I can do it that way once again. Just give me a minute. I'll stop
Madam,
this.
set up slideshow is there. Click is there. Set up slideshow.
Yeah,
Icon.
just give me a minute once again. Just give me a minute. Okay, I'll not try to waste time, but just give me a minute so that I can present it better. Students will have a better experience. Are you all able to see it now? Slide.
Now, perfect. Now, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you so much.
thank you so much. And let me thank Anuradha Majumdar madam. A very beautiful introduction to UHV she gave, and she inspired all the audience which comprises of young boys and girls from various professional colleges within University of Mumbai. So whether it is management, engineering, pharmacy, architecture, we have students from all domain. And this program, because it is being done under the umbrella of University of Mumbai, which is the parent institution, it is very important to introduce the fresh young students also about University of Mumbai. You all must be aware that in 2021, University has been awarded with NAC A++ grade, which is the highest NAC assessment and accreditation grade, which is awarded to any of the universities within their framework. Within that, the CGPA, which was received by University of Mumbai, was 3.65, which is among possibly top 20 universities in the country. When you look at the CGPA and compare it with the top 20 public universities, that is the kind of CGPA University of Mumbai has got. University of Mumbai has been taking several quality initiatives to ensure that the quality parameters in the university stay up and higher than other universities within the country. Some of these parameters I will be taking you all through. You all must be aware about outcome-based education. You must have heard of this term. So please try to understand that when we talk about outcome-based education, right in the beginning of offer of the program, what exactly we expect the students to reach, where we expect the students to reach, what kind of graduate attributes they should be attaining out of the course. These are already part of the curriculum of University of Mumbai. The program outcome, program specific outcome, and course outcomes are all very clearly defined under the curriculum of University of Mumbai. And even your internal assessment system or the external examination system is tuned in such a way that the mapping of those outcomes can be done. University of Mumbai conducts online exam. You may say, what's new about that? In pandemic, I have been giving online exam, but try to understand that this process of online exam has been there in place in the University of Mumbai since 2015 onwards, and in fact 2017 onward. For all programs offered by University of Mumbai, we have what we call as OMS system, online marking system. University of Mumbai curriculum also offers you flexibility in terms of what the internal assessment component can be, and you must be very soon realizing while you will be taking your journey through the curriculum in your own individual colleges for the programs which you are following. In addition addition to that, University of Mumbai has been extremely focused on research. We have some unique programs. Say, for example, PhD Research Colloquium is organized every year. In addition to that, and that is where the students participate, and students kind of participate in what we typically call as interdisciplinary research. More than 50% of the departments of University of Mumbai are covered under various research grant schemes, whether it is UGC SAP, whether it is CAS, DST, FIST, etc. The number of published patents of University of Mumbai has been more than 100 in last 4 to 5 years, which itself is an achievement. In addition to that, when you look at the student research achievements, they have been phenomenal. University of Mumbai has been holding overall championship at Maharashtra state level. The years when they have won the championship has been 17-18 and 18-19. They have won national inter-university championship also in year 17-18. University of Mumbai students have been doing very well in the Western Zone Inter-University Research Convention also, 16-17, 17-18, 18-19. University of Mumbai also has been promoting innovation. So there is a company, Section 8 company, which has been established at University of Mumbai. It is known as MU Ideas under MSINS funding, which is Maharashtra State of Innovation, Maharashtra State Innovation Society. And this company, which has been created, has been supporting various kind of innovative ideas of the students as well as faculty. It is also supporting in format of providing IPR support. Various faculty members and students have won innovation award at University of Mumbai. University of Mumbai has over 1,000 linkages for internship, project work, and 80 functional MOUs at the moment. University of Mumbai has very wide and many types of extension activities, and for those extension activities, in fact, universities has been recognized. University has won President Award for Best NSS Unit in 2018. Similarly, Program Officer Award for 2018. Best State NSS Unit Award also has been won by University of Mumbai. Best Program Officer Award also has been won by University of Mumbai. Over 100 activities are conducted every year by University of Mumbai on that parameter. University of Mumbai has been extending multiple learning resources to the students. Within university, we are using Moodle LMS. More than 1,000 courses are being hosted on that LMS. 10,000 users are there. There is also mobile app for Marathi learning, which is under development. In addition to that, University of Mumbai is providing online resources, library resources, which covers Web of Science, Scopus, and various other very prestigious journals. Link you can see is below. In case you want to access these resources, you can access from university website. University of Mumbai also has an alumni association. It is known as UMAA. The link is there. So the students of University of Mumbai are encouraged to participate in the alumni activities by becoming member of Alumni Association. University of Mumbai has been doing well on governance parameter also. So we have created at the University of Mumbai, through support of 2 departments, one is UDIT and one is DICT, feedback portal, online feedback portal, online student grievance portal, examiner appointment portal, online admission portal. In addition to that, University of Mumbai has been spearheading academic audit project of Government of Maharashtra, which is applicable to all colleges. University of Mumbai has moved to various kind of e-governance formats also, whether it is e-meetings, whether it is bio-HRM, MIS, etc. The festivals, which are youth festivals, etc., are also being organized through online portal registration, etc., which includes Avishkar. In addition to that, registration of international students, document verification, etc. This is all being done online, and this also includes activity of counseling cell. University of Mumbai, on account of its various initiatives, has been doing very well in ranking and assessment framework. NIRF ranking of University of Mumbai is among top 100 universities in the country. The rank in 2021 was 71. I've already spoken about about the NAC grading, which puts university among the top 20 public universities in the country. University has been adding on to its portfolio other initiatives also. Say, for example, now we have in place a School of Performing Arts, a School of Languages, a School of International Relations and Strategic Studies, which is a very new initiative, Center of Excellence in Maritime Studies, Chanakya International Institute of Leadership Studies, and recently university has also started Bal Apte Center for Studies in Students in Youth Movement. University also has been conducting various audits to check out its performance. There has been a conduct of gender audit. The report is on the university website. We have also conducted green audit. Report is on the university website. Academic and administrative audit of all the colleges is being conducted. And unique parameter, which I like to speak a little bit more about, is biodiversity audit at University of Mumbai. So an extensive biodiversity audit was conducted by Department of Life Science, Department of Geography, with support of Dean Science and Technology. And it has been, through this audit, we have mapped more than 5,000 trees and various plant varieties on the university campus. All of them have been covered through QR code. So in case you're visiting University of Mumbai, you will see that trees have QR code. If you scan them, you will be able to identify which plant or which tree you are looking at. In addition to that, several birds and reptiles and no other similar kind of varieties have been identified at the campus of University of Mumbai. All these images are from the campus of University of Mumbai. Biodiversity audit, in fact, I'll encourage you all to visit the campus and experience the same. In addition to that, there are several other quality initiatives. The program which you are attending is part of that. UHV cell is at the campus. We are conducting UHV induction program. There is UHV 2 a course also which is ready for offer. The MU Ideas, which is a startup company of the University of Mumbai, itself is nurturing various startups. In addition to that, university is hand-holding faculty of various colleges in order to use LMS. We are also trying to integrate SWAM credit in the syllabus. University has been nurturing its colleges which are affiliated, and university is one of the few universities with highest number of what we define as A+ grade colleges in the country, and also the number of accredited colleges. So let me stop here and let me say I welcome you all to the fold of University of Mumbai, and happy learning, and also the years, happy experiences over the years you spend in the college affiliated to University of Mumbai. Welcome you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Smita, for the wonderful canvas about University of Mumbai. Yeah, I now invite Dr. Manjari Kamath, who's the Associate Dean, Faculty of Humanities, University of Mumbai, and also the Professor in the Department of History. Over to you, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah. So good evening to all, and I thank the organizers for this opportunity to speak at this induction program. And today I'm speaking to you from this wonderful library of the University of Mumbai, the Rajabai Tar Library, which is a heritage structure. And I would like to share a PowerPoint to explain the efforts made by the University of Mumbai for heritage conservation and restoration.
Would you like to share any slides, ma'am, or should I? Dr. Manju, would you like to share any slides? Yeah. Okay.
You can see this. Can you see the screen?
Yes, yes. It's okay. Yeah, please go ahead.
Right. So here we are going to talk about one of the best practices of the University of Mumbai, which is to conserve and restore its heritage structures. Let me take you to this journey in the past and the efforts which we have made. I will speak briefly in the recent years. Please wait. Please give me a second.
And click on the slide and move it, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So let us look in brief at which heritage structures are there and what efforts have been made to conserve them. So this is basically the late 19th century when the university was
Screen is
actually-
blank, madam. The screen is blank. Yeah.
Please wait. Yeah, okay. Please give me a second. Can you see it now?
No, ma'am. You can just put it in normal mode.
Are you able to see it now, sir?
No, ma'am. No.
Okay, right.
It's a purple screen. Yeah, now it's okay, ma'am. Now it's okay.
Can you
Perfect.
see? Okay.
Perfect. Yeah,
Okay.
ma'am. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Right. So, yeah. So what you can see on the screen is the Rajabai Tower and the adjacent university library, which is a heritage structure. So I'm going to speak briefly about its history and the efforts made for heritage conservation. Now, what you can see on the screen here in Mumbai, I think everybody knows about the Oval Maidan, and we can see the Rajabai Tower, and the university buildings across the Oval Maidan. So these structures date back to the late 19th century, a time when the university did not have its own library or administrative buildings, and the university functioned from the town hall. But it is in the late 19th century when there was Governor Bartle Frere who had a vision of, building the secretariat, university buildings, the high court. So the university buildings, which I'm going to speak about today, was part of this broader vision. Here we can see very rare images that I'm sharing with you about the university buildings. Interestingly, the architect George Gilbert Scott, who built these buildings, many of the students today who are listening to the program are engineers and also students of architecture as well as management and pharmacy. So it will be of interest to you to know that he never visited India. He drew the plans in London, and he was an architect of the Gothic revival. And so finally, he drew the plans in London, and it was executed here by Indian contractors, and of course there was the overall supervision of the British. So the library was completed, the construction was completed in 1874, and on the right of the screen you will see the Rajabai Tower image as it is under construction. So that was completed in 1878. One of the interesting features of the university is the public-private partnership. So the funding for these structures came from Indian businessmen. All right. So Tawasji Jahangir Redimony provided money in which the magnificent Convocation Hall was built, which was one of the most spacious structures at that time in Bombay. And for Rajabai Tower, the funding was provided by Premchand Roychand, who was a stockbroker. And the Rajabai Tower, when it was built, was one of the tallest structures in the city of Bombay at that time. And in due course, of course, the other buildings were built, of Gothic style. And on the other side, we can see at the right bottom of the screen, where you have the Art Deco buildings. Today, I'm very proud to say that these structures of the University of Mumbai are part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, which was awarded in June 2018. And apart from that, the conservation work which has been done, we, the university, have received a separate award earlier in the same year, 2018, for the restoration work. Since we do not have much time, just want to show you the before and after pictures of what was achieved because of this conservation. So this is, of course, the recent past, but right from right from 1997, efforts have been made by the university for restoration because these are more than a century old. So the stained glass was restored in 1997, and a UNESCO Asia Pacific Honorable Mention was awarded in 2001. In 2007, as the university celebrated its sesquicentennial year, a restoration took place on the Convocation Hall, and once again, the UNESCO Asia Pacific Award Honorable Mention was given. And more recently, in 2018, we have another UNESCO award for the university. So this work was done in phases, what you can see on the screen. In 2013 to 15, the exterior, you can see the workers here who have climbed to restore the beautiful ceiling. As you know, I wish you all could have been with me here physically so that I could have shown you these structures, but we welcome all of you to come and visit the structures. Sir, in a minute or two, I'll wind up. So this restoration was conducted of the exterior of the building, and all this while the library was functioning. Because at the end of the day, this is a library which is used by students and scholars. And the university also did not want the clock to be stopped. So all these were major challenges. And let me sort of put it on record that we really are grateful to Brinda Somaya madam for, who was the architect for, the restoration work and the funding which came from the TCS, a brilliant example of public-private partnership. Earlier, the Convocation Hall was restored by Abha Narayan Lamba, again with funding from the government of Maharashtra and MMR and the Tata Trust. And much before that, Vikas Dilavari did the stained glass in collaboration with the British Board of Trade and the British Council. So here we can see how the before-after structures show a big difference. The teak wood ceiling, the interiors of the library, all that was thoroughly restored. Here are some, again, more pictures of how the external facade was completely cleaned. We can see many of the motifs here, and on the right, the Minton tiles, which came all the way from England. And lastly, I would like to end by showing you the citation with which the university has received. In 2018, it got an honorable mention into the Asia Pacific UNESCO Award in 2018. It also has won many other accolades, which you can see on the screen. So I end my presentation here and would like to again say that to conclude, the university has made consistent efforts over the years to preserve its heritage structures. I do not know how many universities in India or the world can proudly say that its university buildings are part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, and these buildings are open to all. This is a functional library. The Convocation Hall is a place where we hold our convocation functions every year. So it's an example of public-private partnership, and also is an example of the kind of craftsmen and the skill which was used in building these magnificent structures, which we are proud of, and the university is committed to this heritage conservation and restoration in the years to come. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, and we welcome students when you have the time to come and visit these structures of the university. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Manjari Kamath, for your wonderful way you took us into history. Nice. I'm sure students must have enjoyed it, and they will definitely visit the campus. So good evening, all of you. My name is Mohan Rao, and I'm currently with the IES Management Research Center, but more importantly, associated with this wonderful initiative of the All India Council of Technical Education. I would first of all like to personally thank the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Suhas Pednekar, Dr. Sybil Thomas, who's the coordinator of the University Human Values Cell at University of Mumbai, and all the members of the cell for taking it forward with such amount of passion and speed. Yeah, and as you all heard, in the second year of your education, of your engineering education, you will possibly doing UHV 2. Now, just to give you a quick background about this entire efforts on holistic value-based education, it's a lot different from what we are all taught when we are children on moral education. It's about understanding values. Different, and so AIC developed a huge set of programs for the last couple of years, right? And there's what is called as the student induction program, which you're now currently doing on behalf of University of Mumbai. We are all from the NCCIP. That's the National Coordination Committee of Induction Programs. We're all faculty volunteers there. We work on pro bono basis. We just do a matter of service. And we conducted these programs in a number of universities. We also have this mandatory UHV 2 course, which Madam Mazumdar talked about. It happened in your second year on understanding harmony and ethical human conduct. We also have the open electives on UHV. We have planned a minor degree on UHV. So slowly, you will on the MOOCs platform and the Swayam platform will have this course where you can do the, along with your engineering degree, you can also do a minor degree of after doing these courses online. And we are getting a large number of teachers from the AICT have been trained. Over 69,000 teachers have been trained. AICT has and NCCIP organized 84. Currently, already 2 are running in parallel right now. And even you will be happy to know that the workshop has started for 10 days for students. So students who have got an overview of UHV can register for the AICT program. Even that is going on. And more importantly, as everybody says, should happen in schools. So it's also started happening in schools in Madhya Pradesh, and its discussions are there in other states too. Right. So now let's give you what's going to happen the next 6 days, including today. So this is the schedule. We are doing daily from 8th to 12th of February, and then looking at Sunday being a holiday for most of us. We are looking at continuing the 6th day on Monday, on 14th. So daily there'll be sessions happening 3:30 to 4 p.m. will be Know Your Mumbai University. Like today you had Dr. Smita Shukla ma'am and Dr. Manjiri Kamath talk to you about what's happening around University of Mumbai. That's the familiarity with your campus. And immediately after that, 4 to 5:30, we will have session number 2, which will be on content on UHV, Universal Human Values 1. And there'll be a bio break. You can between 3:30 to 5:30 to 5:45. Today, of course, timings are gone haywire, but we will definitely be back to normal tomorrow, right? The bio break where you can choose to get off and loosen yourself, but you can be connected and listen to content and question answer will happen in the session. And then again, a formal session will start at 5:45 to 6:45 on the session 3 on UHV 1 content. And the most important, the most interesting session is after 6:45 to 7:30, right? Where the question answer. You may have a lot of questions to ask. We may not have the time to answer when the sessions are going on, right? And I'll explain to you how session goes on. So we have kept time from 6:40 to 7:30. It's optional. It's not compulsory. But if you are connected to the session, you will get amazing clarity in whatever you've heard during the talk sessions from 4 to 5:30 and 6:45 to 5:45 to 6:45. So this will help you to really capture things. Now, there's some hints for participating in this online workshop. First of all, please log in early and test your connection. Now, I have a very good news for the people on YouTube. I'm sure you're on YouTube. You will be wondering how are you going to be connected here. Whatever are the polls here, you can view them and you can give your option on chat, okay, on the YouTube chat. So you but do log in early so you can get into the Zoom as limitation of 1,000 license. Anywhere you go, it's not only here in Mumbai, anywhere. So please log in early, and you can. It's only audio that's there. Your video, everything is disabled. Right now, my video is enabled because you can see me, but afterwards you can't see any of us talking. Please keep your video off, and in fact, I'll do that right now as a matter of, we advise what we practice, what you preach. So I have video off. Okay, to share a comment, pose a question, please raise hand. We saw a lot of hands being raised. That means you guys are already current with technology, you know what to do. And the moderator will pass the mic to you because as you know, all your mics are disabled. So whenever you raise your hands, mic pass to you. Please be mindful of time. This is a very short workshop with over 1,000 participants right now, and plus another 5,000-6,000 people who have registered, registered to come on YouTube. Immediately after your sharing is done, mute your mic. Of course, that's a personal advice from our side to you. Otherwise, background sounds noise can be issue. Now, when you're speaking on the mic, in case there's a background sound, you can choose to write a question on chat. Okay, and you can mention that you put the question on chat, so chat will take up the question directly. Please try to stay on the main screen when the presentation is answered, where the presentation is shared. On your smartphone, swipe left to right till you see the shared screen. Right, and if you don't see a share screen, please log off and log in immediately. That will help you to be current. And please avoid staying on the chat. Please don't put any message on chat. Right, chats are enabled, but don't put message because it will distract the speaker. Because on chat we expect messages to be related to question being asked in the presentation. Please do participate in reflection by answering the questions. You'll have. We'll also have polls. We'll also have questions be asked to you where you can respond on chat. So the more you participate, the more you will be learning about the content as we go on. Right. So now there are several opportunities you can participate, right? As one interesting thing I forgot to mention, I'll mention to all of you. We are not only have university students from University of Mumbai, college affiliate University of Mumbai. We also have colleges which are in Maharashtra and other places outside Mumbai and other universities. We have around 1,000 students who have registered for this from there. So we also welcome them on behalf of University of Mumbai. Now, what are opportunities for participation? I'm sure when you did the registration and when you got the Zoom link, you must have submitted, you must have picked up the pre-workshop survey form. Please do submit this because it will close by 6 o'clock today. So please do submit it if you're not submitted, because that's also understands how well you're participating. Those forms are viewed, seen, and examined. Refer the slide or shared on chat. So soon on chat, on both on Zoom and YouTube, you will get a link, a Google Drive where you can open it and save it on your PC. You can't do it on your mobile because you'll have space unless you have space on your Google Drive on your Gmail account. But please do that. So all the slides of all the presentations are there for that. So this will help you to take good participation among this. Now, during the session, the workshop, actually this entire workshop, is not more than a sentence spoken in over 6 days. It is just about how you understand them and how you explore it. So your participation is highly desirable. When the resource person asks you for exploration, your views, and how it's happening in your life, the more you participate, the more you clear yourself in the clarity of concepts. The concepts are not too many, but it's more about how you understand and interpret them, right? And the beauty is that this workshop, दोनों लैंग्वेज में होने वाला है, इंग्लिश और हिंदी में, है ना? We may not be able to do Marathi or Kannada or Gujarati and all, but definitely be a blend of, and you will see the slides also. It's a blend of both English and Hindi. So you'll be able to really understand how our own language, Hindi and English, go blend very nicely. You also can partner with your parents and siblings, right? So you can connect them, especially on the third and fourth day, when the discussion for third, fourth, and fifth day, when discussions are on the relationship, on harmony in your family, harmony within yourself, right? You can you can also have your family listen to this, right? Put it on speaker mode, right? And if your speakers in your room, you can blast it on your room and listen to it, right? So it's also very interesting how they respond to you. You can also respond to polls and reflection questions. So right now, I'll just show you a poll. I'll launch a poll so you can view the poll. So poll is launched, so you can start responding to the poll at exactly 2 minutes. There are 4 questions. Please answer the questions asked verbally. You can say yes or no. You're able to answer yes or no. Are you able to see the shared screen? Yes or no. Right? You can start responding to the poll. Right? You can please start responding because you're not seeing answers coming. Yes, that's right. The third question is, are you able to hear us well? Right? So you can say yes or no. And the fourth question is rather long. When you have a comment or want to ask a question, please raise your hand. You will see a mic icon on your screens. Most of the mic items, most of the time, when the mic is passed to you, please make it muted after speaking. I understand, so you can respond whether you understood what we have said or I do not understand as yet. Right? So this poll will be there for exactly 1 more minute, and then we'll close it. So we see about 230, 270, 300. Right, people responding. Wonderful. So please continue responding. Yeah. So if anybody has a question, you can raise your hand and say hello. I can see Onkar Tanaji. You can unmute yourself. If your mic is given to you, you can say hello, Onkar. Onkar Tanaji. Yeah. Yash Nagare, mic is given to you. You can say unmute yourself. Okay, that's how the session will run. So just to give you a demonstration, maybe you take your time to put your mic. So kindly respond fast on this poll because the more people respond, right. So so you can raise your hand. Anybody? Yeah, you can unmute your mic. Okay, fine. So I'm just stop sharing the poll because this is just a test poll, right? And you'll see the results now on the screen. This is what the response came. 91% people responded yes for the first question. 98% responded yes for the second question. 99% responded that they're all able to hear pretty well. And let me be very frank and very soft right now speaking to you. And it's very amazing seeing 100% are understanding when to raise hands. So this is how the poll will be done, and this is how each resource person will be doing it. And continue with our presentation. There'll be assignments at the end of each day. It will be shared at 7:30 on the chat. The link will be put there, and this will close on the following day at 3 p.m. It's a Google form, so you can fill it up. Because idea of doing all these assignments and polls and pre-workshop survey form is you start getting into the content, and going through the slides also you get into the content. Okay, so our request on behalf of NCCIP is that you please do these things with all your love and passion, and it will make a change in you, if not today, tomorrow, but very soon. And on the last day, before we have the validity session, there'll be a test about 15 minutes on the content, and that will also help you to understand how much you have grasped and how much you have done. And after the workshop is over, there'll be a post-workshop workshop form, feedback form done to you. And on the last day, the validity session, there'll be a self-evaluation which will explain the resource people. Right. So let me go to the schedule, and this is a schedule as Muzumdar madam mentioned to you. Every day, 3:30 to 4 o'clock, there's a session by university. Tomorrow there'll be Dr. Samir Kulkarni. On Thursday it'll be Dr. N. Motwani, and on Friday it'll be by Dr. Mohan Amrule. On Saturday it'll be Dr. Sunil Patel, and on the last but not final day, Dr. Sudhir Puranik will speak on the happening university. And 4 o'clock our session starts. So here are the resource persons and the backup resource persons who are there. The session is going on. So I would here request you to look at the last row where your self-evaluation validity session, starting from 5:30 p.m. on Monday evening, next Monday evening, till about 6:45 p.m. So in this, all the participants who are participating actively, randomly, the names will be called, and they'll be asked to do a sharing on what it goes on. So it's a very interesting experience. So the more you share, the more you get, we say, in our lives. So the more you come and ask questions, the more you share, you listen to people and explore, right? Your journey on universal human values, your journey will be greatly facilitated by universal human values, right? So with this, I once again welcome all the students. We wish you all the best. You are the generation, you are our future. I don't think I need to say, any of us would like to repeat it again and again. You are our future. We are in safe hands. This much we can tell you, looking at the response that you're given for this program, and wish you all the best, right? And so now I have great pleasure. I think when I couldn't took time to log in, I had difficulty to log in. I did get inside. I have great pleasure to welcome to our mentor, our guru we call him, because he has brought all of us into UHV way back in May 2020. Shri Umesh Jadhav ji is a member of the National Coordination Committee of Induction Programs of AICT. Right, a little background about him. He is a master in tourism administration. Right, he is pursuing his PhD on the socio-cultural impacts of tourism, a case study of Bhutan. He was formerly the faculty at the Gedu College of Business Studies in Bhutan. His area of special interests are, which you will discover as you speak to him, as he starts talking to you, right? And the best part about the entire thing is all virtual. So you will hear him, you will respond to him in a very seamless manner, transparent manner. He does on a lot of interest on universal ethics, and he's conducted a huge number of FDPs, countless, I would say, compared to what we do at universities, including IKG, Punjab Technical University, Abdul Kalam Technical University, and the Royal University of Bhutan. And of course, he has published papers in reputed journals. And we all have, and let me also give you, before inviting Umesh sir, is that across the country today, there are 18 chapters of faculty groups meeting on every week, at least twice a week, right? And exchanging information and exchanging the explorations on universal human values. So there's already a movement across in terms of your faculty, and there are a number of faculty from Maharashtra and Mumbai University who are actively participating. In fact, this program today, you'll be finding a lot of volunteers, faculty volunteers. You must have seen the help desk numbers, right? If you have any difficulty in call up them, they're all faculty volunteers. Everybody's working on a pro bono basis. So before I hand over to Umesh Jadhav, in case you have any difficulty in login or Zoom or whatever, right? Please contact our colleagues and faculty volunteers who will help you to do that. So now, namaste, sir, and over to you, sir. Yeah. Umesh, sir. Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So namaste to all distinguished speakers, faculty members, associate deans of Mumbai University, all the dear students who got connected on Zoom and YouTube Live. I can see that there are 1,600 plus students, faculties, and some of the parents have joined through YouTube. And around 824 are there on the Zoom. So if some of the students who have joined through the YouTube Live want to be on a Zoom, they can try for Zoom. There's a space. At least, 100 students can be accommodated on this platform. I hope the chat is enabled for all the students. If not, then host can enable the chat to all the students on the Zoom. I welcome all the students for this 8 days workshop on universal human values, including a holiday on Sunday. Before to get into the interaction, I just would like to ask each one of you, what are you expecting from me? What are you expecting from us? That we should keep on talking and you will be listening to us, or you will be also participating, we will be also interacting with you. And through the discussions, we together can reach to certain conclusion. You can respond in the chat box. YouTube, the students who have connected to the YouTube can continuously use the chat box, answering to the question. Zoom students can also respond to the chat. Is this Zoom chat is allowed? Is it enabled to all the students?
Rohit, Zoom chat is enabled, I guess, right? Yes.
All right, so student can try on this. Nice. So at least, I can see some of the responses saying that we can interact with each other. We can have participatory discussions with each other.
Umesh said it's enabled. Yeah.
Yeah. So we can have a participatory discussions with each other. All right. Let me start, asking you these three things. The number one thing, what are your aspirations? What are your expectations? So you can quickly respond in the chat box, or maybe some of you can use this microphone. Yes, Bhumika Nalaude, unmute yourself. Your hand is being raised. Aditya. Yes.
Sir, to be a good human.
Yeah, sorry. Aditya.
Sir, I aspire to be a good human and to help out others.
All right, very nice thing. Okay, anybody else would like to share your aspirations? It's nice to see that YouTube live students also sharing their aspirations through the chat. Okay, Zoom students can use the chat also. Yes. Vansh Gandhi. Vansh. Bhumika.
Sir, I would like to contribute something meaningful to society.
Very nice. You want to contribute something meaningful to the society. Nice. Yes. Anybody else?
Sir, the chat is disabled.
Sorry?
The chat is disabled.
Yeah, the chat is disabled. Okay, so the host can enable the chat. Would you like to share your aspirations? host, please enable the chat to all the students. Harsh Solanki.
Yes, sir. I would like to contribute to people's happiness. How can I can make them heal their problems?
Very nice. Very nice. So are you able to see that each one of us has, few aspirations, few expectations? Now, if you come to the second column, achievements. So who want to talk about your achievements? You can just simply raise the hand. Who wants to talk about your achievements? There is possibility that you must have achieved many things. You have cleared class 12th examination, and now you are sitting in the college. Itself is a big achievement, right? So many years you have studied to get into the engineering, pharmacy, architecture, and other branches of university and the affiliated colleges to the university. It's an achievement, right? There's a possibility that some of you must have achieved something in the sports, in the culture, in the social world, maybe caring nature. So who wants to share the achievement? All right.
Sir, Vansh Gandhi is there. Hand is raised. Yeah.
Yes, Vansh.
Vansh, you can unmute yourself. Yeah.
Vansh Har Solanki. Okay. So at least, you can write down your achievements. You can write down your aspiration. What are the questions being asked here? I'm sure that you must be sitting with a notebook and a pen. Yes, Chaitanya.
Sir, myself Chaitanya Kale. My achievement was that I have secured the second rank in the singing competition, which is the Kala Mahotsav, which was arranged by the College of the Mumbai. So that's I want to share. Thank you, sir.
Very nice. Second rank in the swimming. Good. Aditya, would you like to share your achievement?
Yes, sir. My achievement, till date, biggest achievement is getting getting second prize at a national level story writing competition held by Katha in Delhi. First, it was regionals in Bangalore, and then national level in Delhi. So this is my biggest achievement till date. Thank you.
Yeah, very nice. So story writing by Katha and second at national level. Muzumdar Sahil. Okay. So, each one of us has got aspirations. We have expectations. We have achieved things we want to achieve in the future. Do you also have some concerns? Do you also have some concerns? Yes, no. Okay. Muzumdar Sahil, would you like to share your concerns?
Sir, actually, I want to share my achievements.
Okay.
Sir, I have represented myself on behalf of CBSE Sports Association at the 62nd National Games in the event of badminton and square martial arts. And I am 2 times state badminton champion.
Very nice. Very nice. Do you also have some concerns? Muzumdar, do you have any concerns? Madhura Sawant.
A concern that it won't be achieved.
Okay. So we have some expectations and these expectations won't be achieved. So these are our concern. Nice. So are you able to see that each one of you, has these aspirations? Each one of you must have achieved something, many things. And you also have some concerns. Yes, Praveen. Praveen Rajnale, would you like to share your concerns? Okay. So sit with a notebook write down your aspirations, write down your achievement, and write down your concerns. Now let us explore some of these things. First of all, I would like to congratulate you all for getting admission into university and university affiliated colleges. And for that, each one of you has done tremendous effort. But now you look into your efforts. You're spending a lot of time, you're thinking a lot, and you're converting some of your thoughts into action. So majority of your efforts are contributing in fulfilling your aspirations or to resolve your concerns, confusions, and the questions, or efforts are going in when, for something else. Let me give an example of each one of these three so that it would be easier for you to respond to this question. You have identified your aspirations and putting efforts to fulfill it. That's category number one. Number two, you have your concerns, you have some questions, some confusions, and you are taking efforts to resolve the questions by finding, resolve the concerns by finding the answers to your questions and confusions. And number three, let me give an example. Like we are playing, we are on an online game. Let's say this, what you call Fire, something like that, or Ludo, or any sort of these things. And we are spending like an hour. And at the end of that hour, is that time which you have spent is contributing to fulfilling basic aspiration, or that 1 hour timing is able to resolve my questions, my confusions, my concern? So the general answer comes no. And that is for something else category. So what you think that your maximum efforts you are putting in are getting invested to fulfill your basic aspiration. YouTube live student, listen to the question and respond. Zoom students, you can respond to the poll. Your maximum efforts being made are for A, to fulfill your aspirations, B, to resolve your concerns and confusions, C, for something else. A, B, or C. All right. If anybody has got any questions in between or wants to share something, can simply raise the hand. As we decided that we will interact with each other. Yeah, nice to see the response even on the YouTube live. And most of the students are responding A, B. But there is a good number of students who are responding C as well. And that's a nice thing to see that, there are a good number of students who are able to see the efforts are getting invested for something else. That's nice observation. Now we will explore these things in the further. In the present state, you are busy thinking or you are doing something. Aren't you? Aren't you remain at least busy in thinking something or other? Continuously you're busy thinking. And then whatever you think, you convert some of it as an action by doing something. And this is what your present efforts are. Now, whatever the present efforts you are putting in, through which you want to become something, isn't it? For example, you are studying. So why you are studying? Presently you are studying because you want to become an engineer. These are some of the examples. You are doing internship because you want to become a doctor. You are studying because you want to be a pharmacist. You are studying because you want to be an architect. You are studying because you want to be, a lawyer. You are attending coaching because you want to become an IAS officer. You are doing MBA because you want to become an entrepreneur. You are doing research because you want to become a scientist. So are you able to see that your present efforts you're putting in because you want to become something? Yes, Shweta, you can unmute yourself. Shweta, your hand is being raised. All right, the co-host can help me. When I announce the name of the students, you can provide the microphone.
Yeah, yes, sir. Will I help you in terms of names?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you able to see that, your present efforts are putting in because you are expecting to become something out of it? Now, by becoming something, you are also expecting to get something or to do something. Let's see an example. You are studying because you want to become an engineer. And by becoming engineer, what you want to get is name, fame, job, money, research, innovation. You want to take care of your parents. You want to take care of the society. You want to contribute to the nation, etc., 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 and so on. Right? Now, the important question is, by getting these things, whatever you are expecting, or by doing something, what you want to be. Yes, open question to the students, and I would like to get some views on this. What you want to be. Please raise your hands, or you can share in the chat box what you want to be. By studying, you want to become engineer. By becoming engineer, you want to get something, and that something is the job. But by getting job, what you want to be. Rutu Patel has mentioned, I want to be successful. Shishman has mentioned, I want to be businessman. Sayukta has mentioned she wants to be happy, successful person. Okay, if you become successful person, by becoming successful person, what you want to be. By becoming researchers, what you want to be. By becoming engineer, what you want to be. This is what the question is.
So Arya's hand is raised. Arya Nale.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Arya, you can unmute yourself. Yeah, Dhaneshwar said he wants to become prime minister. But by becoming prime minister, what you want to be? This is what the question is. Yash is mentioning entrepreneur. Good. See, what you are saying is what you want to become. My question is that by becoming this thing, you want to get something. But by becoming and by getting something, what you want to be. This is what the question is. Okay, let me reframe the question. If you become prime minister, then what will happen to you? Ayush is responding inner peace. Shweta is responding happiness. Very nice. Okay, so let us ask this question to yourself. If whatever you want to achieve, whatever you are aspiring for, if your aspirations are getting fulfilled, if you achieve this, then by achieving this, what you want to be. Can any students raise the hand?
Sir, Ashwini is there.
Yes,
Ashwini, can unmute yourself, please. Ashwini Pawar.
Or maybe, you can click on her name and ask her to unmute.
Vaibhav Mali. Vaibhav Mali, you can unmute yourself.
Sir, I want to become satisfied.
Very good. You
Very
want to become a satisfied person, right? But by becoming satisfied person, what will happen? What you will be? Think about it. It's nice to see, the continuous participation from YouTube students, also on Zoom students also. So let me, propose you that what you expect to be something out of it. Ask this question: I'm studying. Why I'm studying? I want to become engineer. Why I want to become engineer? I want to get job and money. Why do I want to get job and money? Right? What is that one thing which I expect to be every moment? Even now, even after becoming engineer and after getting money. Very nice. Muhammad Amir has responded on the YouTube live that happiness. Now let us check within yourself. Aren't you expect to be happy every moment? Aren't you expect to be prosperous every moment? Yes or no? You can respond in the chat box. Yeah. So what we expect to be is basically happy and prosperous. And that is the reason we are putting our present efforts to become something in the future. By becoming something in the future, to get something in the future. But out of which what we want to be is happy and prosperous. So we are putting efforts for a fulfilling life, isn't it? So maybe you can go for the poll here, and that's fine, Bhaiya. We'll go ahead. The question is already being asked. Yeah. So you can see that whether this discussion is related to your life or not. This is a simple question is being asked on the poll. So if you look at our present efforts through which we want to be and then get something, and what we expect to be happy and prosperous. Okay. Now let us ask this question to yourself. You have studied a lot in the past and still you are studying. So what do you think that by studying, can you be happy? You do many things, right? You play cricket, you must be, participating into different activities. So by doing something, can you be happy? You must have got many things, right? Like a bike or a cell phone, mark sheets. By getting these things, can you be happy? So the answer comes no. This is not, I don't get happiness through it, but these are the steps to become happy. So what is your basic aspirations? You start listing down all of the aspirations and try to find out the root of these aspirations. Try to find out what is the basic aspiration. So the basic aspiration is happiness, prosperity, and its continuity. And if you are able to achieve this, you are successful, isn't it? So you want to be successful. So what would be the parameters of a successful person? A person who is happy and prosperous and able to ensure the continuity of it. So good that you are responding. The basic aspiration is number 4. I can see a couple of hands are being raised. Yes, Altaf. Atharva, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, the basic definition for success for me is not about money and fame and all those stuffs that can satisfy the life. But I think doing something for the society, really doing fruitful something for the society and bringing changes in the society can be really a good idea. And I think that would be a part of the success or kind of success that I would wish to have.
Very nice, Atharva. You want to participate to bring the societal transformation, but by participating it, or if you are able to do it, what will happen to you? What sort of feelings you will get? That's the happiness, right?
Yes, actually, doing something fruitful for the society and bringing changes that are really good for the future peoples is a really good thing. I think so.
Yeah, and by doing it, you will be happy.
Yes, that's the main aim, and that will
So
be
the
the main
basic,
aim.
so the basic aspiration is the happiness.
Yes.
Correct. So if you
Yes.
start, yes, thank you. So if you start listing down all of your aspirations, all of your desire, and try to find out what is the basic aspiration or what is the basic desire out of each of these desire. You want to buy a car. Why do you want to buy a car? You might be trying to get a job in a multinational corporation. Why do you want to get a job in a multinational corporation? You want to be a businessman. Why do you want to be a businessman? So you'll be able to see that because the basic aspiration of continuous happiness and prosperity. And in the today, what efforts we are doing from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 4. What do you think that? Is this the correct approach? Or if the basic aspiration is continuous happiness and prosperity, then let us understand what happiness and prosperity is. And by being happy within, let's do something, let's achieve something, get something, and do the efforts. Let me share my own examples with you. When I started going to the school, literally once in a month, I had this pain stomach. So I used to cry a lot. And then my mother used to say, okay, you have stomach pain, so just relax at home, don't go to the school. And the moment the school bus passes, I am okay. And the whole day I used to play. So then my parents have understood and realized that it's not the stomach pain, but it's, I don't want to go to the school. I want to bunk the school. And then they started saying that, okay, beta, you do the study, till class 10, and then everything is okay. Everything will be okay in your life. So I had that motivation to do the study. I studied, got a good marks in the class 10. And then my parents started saying, another 2 years, class 2, 10 plus 2. So I thought, okay, let us study for another 2 years and everything will be okay. But after passing class 12 with the good marks, nothing was okay. So they said, complete your graduation. I completed. And then they said, if you do your university master's degree, and then everything will be okay. I had another, temptation. So I completed master's degree with good marks. And fortunately, during the campus, I got a good job. So my parents were saying that once you get into the job, everything is okay. Once I got into the job, I found that nothing is okay, because my problems and my concerns increased more than when I was not in a job. Because before getting into the job, I was interacting with my family, with my friends, with my relative, but now with my boss and with my colleagues, and there were so many, the kind of work environment we had. And then my parents started saying that once you get the responsibility, you will be okay. So think about marriage. I thought, let's take this also. Let's take a try on this. I got married, but let me tell you, the problems have increased more, because before the marriage, it was only my family, but after the marriage, my family and Renu's family, both the family, you have to handle. And then my parents started saying that once you are blessed with a boy or a baby, you will be okay and everything is fine. I blessed with my son, and I found that the problems are increasing and increasing only. The unhappiness, the tensions, depressions, frustrations, anger, loneliness is only increasing, and nothing is being okay. So by doing something or by getting something, can you be happy? Or to be happy and prosperous, you need to understand what happiness is and what prosperity is. Without understanding what happiness is, can you be happy? You can respond in the chat box. Without understanding what is prosperity, will you ever become prosperous? So the clarity of the basic aspiration is required. Without this clarity, what happens? That you're putting a lot of efforts in the present to become something or to get something. And even by becoming something or by getting something, still there is a lot of things to achieve. So that dryness is always there. Something is missing. Many things is missing out. Because the direction is not there. And the directions of your efforts keep changing from time to time because it's based on the assumptions. You assume that mechanical is good and got electrical, or electrical is good, you got computer, or the computer, even you got in a computer, and then someone is saying that instead of computer, you should have gone for the IT. Now what happens? The moment assumption change, the directions of your efforts also changes. And with such things, you may or you may not be arrived on a particular destination. So are you able to see that, you have jumbled with these choices without the clarity of what is the basic aspiration? So this is a sort of a state of confusion. Now, if you have that clarity that whatever efforts you are putting in is because you want to be happy and prosperous, that clarity would help you to set a right direction. Correct? The students who got admission into A college or B college or C college, all the students wants to be happy, and you also wants to be happy. The students who got any of the branch wants to be happy. The one who cracked IIT, and got seat in IIT, they also wants to be happy, and you also wants to be happy. If someone is doing electronics in IIT and someone is doing electronics in one of the affiliated college of University of Mumbai, both of you wants to be happy. So are you able to see that each one of us wants to be happy? And once you have clarity on this basic goal, then the directions get set right. Directions in thinking and doing and becoming something or getting something would always be focused on fulfillment of the basic aspiration. Now, let me ask you a question. Does your basic aspiration of being happy ever changes, or it always remains same? Remember when you're a child, even remember today, and even think about tomorrow. Does the basic aspiration of becoming happy will ever change, or has it changed in the past? Yes, there is someone with the name iPhone 8 has raised a hand. Maybe you can rename yourself and also, put your questions or sharing.
It changes time to time.
Yes, Shruti Patil ji.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, Shruti. So the basic aspiration of becoming happy, does it change from time to time, or you always want to be happy?
It changes time to time.
How it is changes? Had it ever changed? You'd let me know. Tell me some example of it.
Like when we were in 10th standard, we aspired to get good marks in board. Then in 12th standard, we aspired to get good marks in HSC board. And yeah, it changes time to time, even day to day.
Yeah, very nice. Your aspirations are changing from time to time, but the basic aspiration, like why you wanted to get a good marks in 10th or why you wanted to get good marks in 12th, that basic aspiration does ever changes. Think about it. Yes. iPhone 8. I'm sorry. I mean, your name is not there, so I have to call you as iPhone 8. Yeah, you can unmute yourself. Adarsh Dubey. Nikita. Nikita, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So, if we talk about the aspirations, if our aspirations are materialistic, they do change in a whole our life. But if we say I'm happy today and I'm appreciating the small things which I'm having, then my aspirations don't change.
Yeah. So the aspiration of happiness don't change, right?
Yes.
So it always remains same.
Yes.
So are you able to see that the basic aspiration is for happiness and prosperity and its continuity?
Prosperity in what sense?
Yeah, we will, whatever the sense of prosperity you have, you go with it. We will define prosperity, we will define happiness too.
For me, prosperity is like appreciating every small bit of my life.
Very nice. So you want to have the continuity of it, right? That feeling.
Yes. Yes.
And you also want to have the continuity of happiness.
Yes.
So are you able to see that the basic goal, the basic aspiration, the destination, whatever you may call it, it is happiness, prosperity, and to ensure the continuity of both.
Yes, for me, in future or any time, any point in my life, if I'm happy, I'm fulfilled.
Very nice. Thank you. And each one of us wants to have that fulfilling life. Very nice. Thank you. You can meet yourself. Now we can distinguish between the basic aspiration and the path to fulfill it. Now find out what would be appropriate if your favorite path is closed. There's possibility that some of you must be aspiring to get admission in A institute and you couldn't get it, right? You must be aspiring to have a branch and you got B or C or D. So what would be appropriate if your favorite path is closed? Because of that, continue to be unhappy about it or find an alternate path. You can respond in the chat box, because once you have a poll also, so YouTube students can respond in the chat and Zoom can respond on the poll, that if your favorite path is closed, what would be an appropriate things? I didn't get admission into a particular branch, so because of that you continue to be unhappy, or you have that clarity, even getting admission into that particular branch, still my basic aspiration is happiness, and whichever the branch I got, the basic aspiration is still happiness. So the branch is not giving me happiness. I have to understand what happiness is. Yes, any question, any sharing on it? The student connected to the Zoom can keep interacting, asking questions or sharing your views on it, because your questions may be the questions of the students who got connected through YouTube. All right, so A or B? Yeah, it's nice. Shweta has responded that it hurts when our dreams do not come true. But, you know, the alternative path is an option. Very nice. Because even start looking why I'm dreaming for. So I'm dreaming to be happy. Correct. So if my one dream is not fulfilled, I can search for the alternative path. You know, these are some of the examples. I wanted to go to America for a degree, but I was forced to take admission here by my parents. So my dreams are shattered, as Shweta said. Now what to do? If I have this clarity that studying in America also, or studying in India also, or studying in any part of the world, the basic aspiration doesn't change. It remains same. Yes, Atharva. Athar, you can unmute yourself. Okay. So whatever we discussed till now, let's sum this up. Understanding that the basic aspiration is the continuity of happiness and prosperity, and each of our aspirations is basically rooted with this basic aspiration. And the right way to proceed is to have the clarity of the basic aspiration first, and then decide the program to fulfill it. At the level of implementation, there can be several ways in terms of becoming something or doing or getting something to fulfill our basic aspiration. And many a times, you know, when these favorable paths chosen by the students might be based on some borrowed notions or sensations, and they need to explore within themselves. So to have more clarity on this, you know, there are assignments and you can work on these assignments today evening. Let me see if there is any question before I open up discussion to the next level. Yeah, any question?
Atharva raised his hand. Atharva, can unmute and speak. Atharva, can unmute and speak. Any question from YouTube are there? You can.
No, I'm following, and all the faculties are also following the YouTube.
Right.
And at there is not any questions on YouTube.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Otherwise, not. We continue, sir. We don't take a bio break. Now we continue, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He is unable to unmute himself. Atharva. Okay.
So, if Atharva, you can just refresh your screen and try. Yeah.
You need to ask to unmute. Yes.
Yes,
now,
sir. I'm now.
Yes. Yes.
Right. That's right.
Sir, according to me, sir, things are very materialistic, sir. Like everyone out there is running behind marks and all that stuff, sir. Due to which they are not getting the happiness. I think so personally, because if you run behind the marks, then you don't get the kind of happiness. But if you go for learning the things and getting into the subject, then I think it can be much better. So that can be an option. And other thing about dreams, so one day we don't have good dreams, and other day we have a good we get good dreams. That tells us that each day is not the same, and we should go with the same flow. And with this we get to the conclusion that dreams don't or we don't always get bad dreams, we also get good dreams, and due to which we stay on the track.
Yeah, very nice observations. What you're saying, that everybody is running, right? So it's kind of a rat race. So someone is running ahead of me and I'm following him. But if you ask a person who is running, that where are you running, where you want to go?
Like everyone is running randomly, but there is no a particular direction to their focus, and they don't have the focus on their life. That can be also a problem
Correct.
to be discussed.
Correct. We are running, we are taking efforts, but that clarity is required. The clarity of the basic goal, the purpose is required. Thank you. Yes, Harsh.
Yes, sir. I just have a question. You said that if you don't find the way to get happy and through achieving your goal, find an alternative thing. But what if the person or an individual is so obsessed with that one goal that he can't find anything else to be happy? Or you can say that for him, the whole life goal, everything, his happiness, his ambitions, everything starts with that, ends with that. Then what if he's unable to achieve it? How can he be able to find an alternative way to be happy? Like he can't imagine anything without that. So what would be the solution for that?
Yeah, let us say an example that somebody is trying to be what? Let's say a magician, okay? Just for an example.
Yes, sir.
And he becomes a great magician, okay? Now, what do you think that after becoming a great magician, can you be happy, or you are achieving something only? Or can you be happy one thing? Even if you become happy, will it be a momentary? Or after becoming a great magician, you will be only happy, happy, and happy. There will be a continuous happiness. So when we explore these things within ourselves, we understand that by getting something or by becoming something, I may be able to achieve a momentary happiness. Normally we call it as excitement. But the state of excitement cannot continue, right? You are posting something on the Facebook, and number of your friends respond to this Facebook post. So you get excited about it. And you say that I'm very happy today because 100 plus, my followers have responded on my Facebook post. But does that happiness remain from morning to the evening, or it just that the excitement fluctuates with some other input comes? So once we have this clarity that by becoming something or by getting something, even if I be happy, it's just a momentary happiness. But what I want is the continuity of happiness. So that's fine. The one favorable path is closed. I can try for something else, because the basic aspiration is not becoming or getting something, but the basic aspiration of being happy. Okay, Harsh. Yeah, Harsh Jain, Aditya M.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So basically, like before me, the other speaker was saying like everyone is running and everyone is chasing. So I just wanted to ask you, according to him, if everyone is just sitting idle, so will we get what all things we want? Of course, whatever we need, we have to chase for it and we have to run after it. Unless and until we run, we won't get. And like he was saying, we'll be happy, we'll have a happy life. All these philosophical thoughts and all these saying happy sayings and all these quotes, these are good, for just for Instagram posts or just for speaking philosophically. But in real life, unless and until we make some efforts, unless and until we work our asses off, we won't be able to get or achieve anything. So
Very nice, and
I
thank you.
strongly disagree. I
Yes,
strongly
thank you.
disagree with the other person. I'm so sorry for using a vulgar word.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, thank you for your sharing. And what you are saying is right. Just by keeping an aspiration, the aspirations would not be fulfilled. But then the two things are there. Number one, identification of basic human aspirations, and number two, the program and the efforts to fulfill it. Both these things are required, right? So what you are saying is absolutely right. Now let us talk on the same thing, the same issue, but before building up my further discussions, I would like to remind all the students once again that this is a proposal. Whatever we are going to discuss for the next 6 days is a proposal for you. It is a proposal for me. Do not assume it to be true or false, but verify it on the basis of your natural acceptance, on the basis of your own right, whether this is true for you or this is not true for you. Let me ask you a proposal. With the other human being, would you like to live with the feeling of relationship or opposition? You can respond in the chat box. With your family member, with your friends, with your teachers, with your colleagues, with your relatives, you want to live with feeling of relationship or feeling of opposition? You can respond on the chat. Very nice. Everybody is responding the same thing. Everybody is responding that I have a natural acceptance to live with the feeling of relationship. So these are the proposals, and you have to explore these proposals referring to your natural acceptance. So the process of universal human value, it's a process of dialogue. Someone has to initiate the dialogue. So it's my responsibility to initiate the dialogue. But slowly and gradually, you will find that there is another dialogue is taking place, and that is a dialogue within your own self. And the whole purpose to have this program is to initiate the dialogue, internal dialogue within yourself, so that you can verify, explore, evaluate whatever is good for you and what is not good for you. And once you understand what is right for you, then you will take the efforts to fulfill those things. So these two things are important. Number one, identification of basic aspiration. And number two, efforts and program for the fulfillment of basic aspiration. Just by saying, I want to be happy, you cannot be happy. But you need to understand what happiness is, and you also need to take efforts for that. Let's have these two small sets of questions. The first set of questions, do you want to be happy? Do you want to be prosperous? And number three question, read it carefully. Do you want continuity of happiness and prosperity? That continuity means every moment. So respond to it. While you are responding, let's listen to Arohi. Arohi, you can unmute yourself. Harsh Jain, your hand is being raised.
Yeah. So on what I'm supposed to speak, the same thing about relationships with our family.
No, whatever you want to speak. Whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, the thing is, right, everyone talks about maintaining healthy relationships with this and that, but relationships require like healthy, natural, and good relationships. First, we have to understand that love is not unconditional, even with our parents. There is a point of time, even when there's a point of time even they feel like ye kya kar raha hai tu life mein, theek hai? So we have to understand that relationship with anyone needs time, needs your, you know, whole, needs your effort and stuff with anyone. So
Yes.
it's not as easy as saying that mere ko healthy relationship चाहिए and mil gaya.
Yes.
And during our events, for example, during our college events, a lot of us sacrificed our sleep. Your parents used to say, "Arey soja, soja." We wouldn't do that. Okay? We lost a good amount of connection with our parents during that time too. So it's not as easy as leading a very happy life. Like even in the prosperity, in the poll you asked, I didn't put happiness as I didn't want to be exactly be happy, because that doesn't lead to growth. Prosperity is good, but even I know that you cannot be happy and prosperous at every time, all the time.
But do you want to be or not?
Yeah, obviously I want to be prosperous.
Yes, I want to be, right?
Yeah.
And what you are saying is absolutely right. You know, we have this natural acceptance to live with the feeling of relationship. And whenever we are living with the feeling of relationship, we are comfortable. But whenever we are not able to, we feel uncomfortable. And for that, it's important to understand what relationship is. So without understanding what is relationship, can we be able to live with the feeling of relationship? So that efforts are required. With that efforts only, we'll be able to live with the feeling of relationship. Thank you. And that is what the content of this whole workshop. The content of this workshop is to understand ourselves, is to understand the human-human relationship, and is also to understand the human and nature's relationship. Thank you. Yes, Madhura Sawant. Madhura Sawant.
Identifying what is important for the growth of the relationship and then taking efforts is a very crucial step.
Yeah, thank you. So again, this sort of a similar input, that identification of what is relationship and understanding relationship, both are important. Johan John.
So you can just ask students to participate in the polls,
Yeah. So students are, the poll is there on the screen. Nice to see the YouTube live also responding on the in the chat. The students are also responding in the poll. The Zoom poll result, I can see that 94% have responded that they want to be happy. 92% have responded they want to be prosperous. And 66% responded they want to have the continuity of happiness and prosperity, wherein 19 are saying no and 14% don't know. Okay, so this is what our aspiration is. ये हम चाहते हैं, but somebody has said before, केवल चाहने से कुछ नहीं होगा. उसके लिए हमें हमारी current state को भी देखनी होगी. So let us evaluate your current state. And these are the 3 questions on the screen, and respond to these 3 questions. Are you happy? Are you prosperous? And the third question is important. Is there continuity of happiness and prosperity? So, yeah, we may have a poll, and student can respond to the poll. Is there any continuity of happiness and prosperity? Let me give an indicator of, if I'm having this frustration, I'm having tensions, I'm going through this anxiety, I'm having this anger within, the feeling of opposition, loneliness, irritation. These are all indications that the continuity is not there. So understand what is continuity means every moment, and respond to this. Yes, the 4 hands are being risen, but I guess these are the hands from the last question. If you want to share something, if your question is there, you can unmute yourself.
John is again raised hand.
Yeah, John, you have again raised your hand. There is one name on the as participants. I mean, sometimes we keep this nickname to identify ourselves. So you can please check it. It's saying something like "Tere maa ka habhi." So your hand is also raised. I'm so sorry, I don't know your name, but whatever is there on the screen, that is basically the identification. So change your name so that we can identify you and call you with your name. Thank you. Sunil Groverji. Sunil Groverji. John, Aditya M.
Okay, so sir, there's a the poll ended very quickly, so I was not able to answer the polls. That's the one thing I wanted to tell. And another thing, like these 3 questions which are being shared, so is there continuity of happiness and prosperity? I would say life is very uncertain. Kabhi bhi kuch bhi hota hai. It is very unpredictable. One moment we'll be happy, another moment karma will be there, it will be ready to kick us, and we'll fall. Muh keval girte hai, or फिर then we'll cry a lot. So it is not like hamesha everyone we can be happy and hamesha there is prosperity. So rehta hai, like sweet and sour, like the taste is there. So similarly, happiness and sadness, prosperity, and vice versa, it exists.
All right, nice.
Sir, please increase the poll time.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Okay, nice. So it means that continuity is not there, it's missing out. Okay, nice. Anaraje Bhagwat, Seema Gupta, Madhura Savan.
Sir,
yes.
Our happiness should be independent of what happens to us, of our conditions, and should be coming from within ourselves, which does not change.
Very nice. Good. So you're defining happiness, and we will also define happiness. But whatever the notion of happiness we have and prosperity we have, we can go with it. It's the response is very different than the first set of question. In the second set of question, out of the students responded, 562, 43% are saying there is no continuity. 15% have replied that I don't know, which means there's a gap. There's a gap between what you really want to be and what you are. There's a gap between what is naturally acceptable to you and what you are. There's a gap between your desirable state and your current state. There's a gap between your basic aspiration and the Vartaman ki sthiti. So are you able to see that there's a gap? Now it's very important to understand whether this gap is getting filled up or getting wider. Let us recall and remember from childhood till today. There's a possibility that the physical things, the physical facility at your home must have increased. Your bank balance, your insurance, your family's wealth, the size of the television, vehicle, cell phones, clothes, all these are the physical things, what we say. So there's a possibility that these physical things must have increased. Your own degree, your own certificates must have increased. You were in a class 1 and now you are in engineering. So there is all this enhancement and increasement is there. With all these things, the gap is getting wider or it's getting filled up? So you can respond in the chat box. The gap between what you are and what you really want to be is getting wider day by day, or it's getting filled up. Nice, you are able to see that it's getting wider. If it is getting wider, then what are you doing to fill this gap? Because this gap is important, right? This gap is putting you in a disharmony. So what efforts are you putting to fill this gap? So we'll explore about it. And as a couple of students said before, just by aspiring to be happy, one cannot be happy, but the efforts are also required. So let us look into your efforts and see that you are putting efforts to understand what happiness and what prosperity is, and to fulfill the basic aspiration of continuity of happiness and prosperity, or your maximum efforts are only for earning money, ensuring physical facility and its accumulation. Any sharing or any question on this?
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, very clear.
Sir, I just wanted to ask that I heard you said that, you wanted happiness, in a continuity. Like many people said that they want happiness in a continuity. But I personally feel that sadness is equally required. Like due to sadness, we come to know that there is a part called as happiness, or, we can feel happy. If we are continuously happy, then there is no meaning to it. Like if we continuously eat a particular thing, like if we continuously eat a sweet for throughout a year, then we won't know that it is actually sweet after a point of time. Like then after eating something spicy, then we can differentiate yeah, that was sweet and this is spicy. We require both in a equal balance, like yin and yang of our life. So I feel that both are equal. Like running towards continuity, I don't feel it's much wanted. Like we should have both, so we can then find for happiness, and then we will be more happy. Like we will understand the true meaning of happiness only if we are sad at a point of time. That's what I wanted to say.
Very nice. So the three things are there. Number one, you can ask this question to yourself. You want to be happy or unhappy?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. Let me, give this input. You want to be happy or unhappy? This is number one. Number two, as you said, the sadness and the happiness are the two sides of a coin. It's a part and the parcel of life. So you ask this question to yourself again, that how many months or how many days you want to be sad. And the third thing, as you said, by going through the phase of sadness, then only you will understand the true meaning of happiness. So basically we want to be happy, but we do not have that ability and the competency within ourselves, because we have not understood what happiness is. And that is the reason, despite of taking a lot of efforts to make ourselves happy, we are remaining unhappy. But we don't want to be unhappy. What we want to be is basically the happy. Keep this open, keep exploring whether you want to be sad or you want to be happy, whether you want to have both or you just want to have happiness. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, before this topic, you asked, are you prosperous? Are you happy? But I think, sir, no one in this world, sir, anyone no prosperous, because, sir, our expectation every day is increased. For example, if we want to become an engineer, then we will become an engineer. Then after that, our expectation is day to day. Our expectation is increased. But I think no one can prosperous in our life.
बिल्कुल, आप जो कह रहे हैं वो देखिए, नो वन के बारे में तो हम बता नहीं सकते, बट एटलीस्ट यू कैन आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन टू योरसेल्फ कि डू यू वांट टू बी और नॉट. आप निरंतर सुखी और समृद्ध होना चाहते या नहीं? अपनी चाहना की तो स्पष्टता हो जाए ना पहले। जब हमारी हम चाहते क्या है वो स्पष्टता अगर हो जाए, तो वो चाहना की पूर्ति के लिए फिर क्या प्रयास करने होंगे वो भी हम कर पाएंगे। So let us have this clarity whether you want to be happy, you want to be prosperous or not. Okay, thank you. Is there hands are raised? Bhaiya, can you take the names of
Yeah,
the
yeah. Abhishek Nikam. Can unmute yourself, please. Abhishek Nikam. Vaibhavi, can unmute yourself.
Yeah, okay. Now I can see the list.
Yeah, yeah.
Atharva.
You're coming. So Abhishek is talking now.
Yeah.
Vaibhavi, yes. Vaibhavi, yes.
Sir, according to
Yeah,
मुझे लगता है कि हैप्पीनेस हमें अगर फेल्योर नहीं मिलेगा लाइफ में तो हमें हैप्पीनेस नहीं मिला सकते। मतलब हमें अगर विदाउट एफर्ट कुछ भी चीज मिल जाए तो उसकी कीमत नहीं रहेगी।
हाँ, तो हैप्पीनेस बिना एफर्ट्स के थोड़ी होगा। हैप्पीनेस के लिए एफर्ट्स तो चाहिए ही चाहिए होगी, और वही पूछा जा रहा है कि आपका जो एफर्ट्स है वो हैप्पीनेस क्या है उसको समझकर उसके फुलफिलमेंट के लिए है, या आपका एफर्ट्स अधिकतर ये पैसा कमाना, सुविधा को जमा करना उसके लिए लग रहा है, वही पूछा गया है। ठीक, बढ़िया। और बताइए
सर। अभिषेक निकम, या unmute. Yeah, sir, you can move. Yeah, he is speaking now.
Yes, sir. Sir, I completely agree with John, as he said. If there is no sadness, there is no happiness. So chasing happiness is should not be our priority. We should chase our goals. We should chase our dreams. Not to be happy, but to be ourselves. To complete emptiness.
Yeah, by achieving this goal and by achieving this dream, what you will be? Happy, right?
You will be happy, but it won't be always like that.
So you want to chase
there
the
will
dream.
Always be something that will hurt you.
Yeah, that is fine. That's what you are saying is absolutely right. But let's look into this, that whatever the dreams you have, you want to chase your dream because you want to be happy. So the basic goal, the basic aspiration is happiness. This is number one. Number two things, what you are saying about the current state is okay. That sometimes we are sad, sometimes we are happy, कभी खुशी कभी गम, ये तो है। लेकिन हम खुशी चाहते हैं या गम चाहते हैं, वो तो पहले क्लैरिटी हो जाए, है ना? क्या हमने
just by wanting to be happy, we cannot be happy. So
no. We are not saying, just a minute. We are not saying just by wanting you can be happy. This two things are important. Number one, the clarity on what happiness is, and number two, the efforts and the program to be happy. These two things are required. Just by wanting you cannot be. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. So have we assumed that the happiness and prosperity will be automatically ensured once we have enough physical facility? So this physical facility is necessary for human being. It's necessary for you, it's necessary for me, isn't it? It's a simple question I'm asking. That, I mean, I'm giving a simple statement. If you agree, you can say yes. If you are not agree, you say no. A simple statement is that the physical facility is necessary for human being. Yes or no? Good. So each one of us is able to see that the physical facility is necessary for the human being. It is also necessary for the animals. Let us take an example of a cow. You know, when a cow gets a stomach full of grass, it becomes comfortable. She sits and chews the cud. But does it happen to you? If you do not have food to eat, you are uncomfortable with it. But after getting enough food to eat, do you feel comfortable? or you just forget about the food and you start thinking of hundreds of other things. If you do not have a particular pattern of clothes or a style of cloth, you're very uncomfortable. But after getting that particular dress in your wardrobe, do you become comfortable like a cow? Or you just forget about that clothes and you keep thinking of, hundreds of other things. Let me ask you a very simple question, that how many of you are aware that how many pairs of clothes you have? We will have a poll. We can respond to this question. And good to see there is a constant participation from YouTube students also, though they are not able to interact, but they are participating through your interactions, your, on the Zoom. So thank you, Kishan ji. Kishan, you have any question? Harshdeep, Vaibhavi?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Harshdeep.
Yes, sir. Before you raising the question that in our life we can able to happy for more and more time, sir. In my situation, if I will get the failure in my life, then I will not become a sad person, because the becoming a sad in our life is not a property of a stronger person. And so instead of being sad in our life, I will try to become I will try to find out alternative path that will helps me to get success in my life. Thank you,
Very
sir.
nice, very nice. तो हम पहले ये सबसे पहले क्वेश्चन अपने आप से पूछे कि हम सुखी होना चाहते या दुखी होना चाहते। फिर दूसरा क्वेश्चन बनता है कि अगर मैं सुखी होना चाहता हूं तो सुख क्या है, उसको समझना होगा। और सुखी होने के लिए, है ना, हमारा अपना कार्यक्रम भी होगा, हमारे अपने एफर्ट्स के होना भी आवश्यक है। जी, आप लोग रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहे हैं पोल को। आप YouTube में भी बता सकते हैं कि क्या आपको पता है कि आपके पास में कितने जोड़ी कपड़े हैं। किशन, अश्विनी।
सॉरी सर, मैं आपको डिस्टर्ब कर रही हूँ
जी।
लेकिन मैं एक रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहती हूँ।
जी।
आप चैट बॉक्स डिसेबल कर सकते हैं?
नहीं, ठीक है, आप चैट बॉक्स की तरफ ध्यान ही ना दें।
नहीं, अगर हमें आंसर लिखना है तो वो ओपन करने पर वो बहुत गलत लिख रहे हैं ना।
नहीं,
तो फिर आप उन्हें रिमूव कर दीजिए ना।
नहीं, ठीक है। आप यू जस्ट फोकस ऑन योरसेल्फ लिसनिंग। ये जो चार्ट है ना, चार्ट देखिए, इस चार्ट को, ये चार्ट सभी फैकल्टीज के लिए भी विजिबल है, सभी यूनिवर्सिटीज के जो प्रोफेसर्स लोग भी है, आपके कॉलेज के टीचर्स भी इसी जगह पर है, सब लोग देख ही रहे हैं उसको। ठीक है जी, बताइए, आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है क्या? क्योंकि ये जो रिस्पॉन्ड है ना, ये रिस्पॉन्स हमारे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि किस तरीके से आपके आंसर्स आ रहे हैं, ये जो पोल के लिए। इसीलिए बेटा चार्ट को इनेबल रखा है।
Sir, am I audible?
Yes.
Sir, you said सुख क्या है उसे ढूंढना होगा. So how can I find my purpose of life?
Yeah, once we understand that the basic aspiration is the continuity of happiness and prosperity, so that becomes the purpose, है ना। तो पर्पस क्या बनता है फिर? ये जो सुखी होना, समृद्ध होना और उसकी कंटिन्यूटी करना, ये पर्पस बनता है। थैंक यू। तो जब हम पोल के रिस्पांस को देख रहे हैं तो 54% स्टूडेंट्स ये कह रहे हैं कि उनको पता है कितने जोड़ी कपड़े हैं, 46% ये कह रहे हैं कि नहीं पता है कितने जोड़ी कपड़े हैं। एक बार मैं ये वर्कशॉप्स को ले रहा था, फेस टू फेस वर्कशॉप चल रहा था, टी ब्रेक हुआ था और एक छोटी सी जो पेपर का कप होता है ना, उसमें चाय दी गई। एंड व्हाइल हैविंग अ सिप ऑफ टी, मैंने जो पास में जो स्टूडेंट्स थे उनसे पूछा कि इसमें कितनी चाय है। तो सब एक दूसरे की तरफ देखने लगे। एक जो लड़का था ना, इतना कॉन्फिडेंटली उसने बताया कि 160 मिलीलीटर। मैंने कहा ठीक है, शायद उसने वो उस मेजरमेंट या कैलकुलेशंस किया होगा, पता होगा एग्जैक्ट कितना है। फिर मैंने ये पूछा कि अगर ये कप के बेस को अगर मैं हटा दूं तो फिर कितनी चाय? And then everybody started laughing at me and said, it is not possible to fill a baseless cup, a bottomless cup with the tea. If I'm not aware that how many pairs of clothes I have, how will I reach to the conclusion on whether I have more, I have less, or I just have enough? क्या लगता है? ये जो कंक्लूजन है कि मेरे पास में आवश्यकता से अधिक कपड़े हैं, आवश्यकता से कम है, या बिल्कुल जितनी आवश्यकता है उतने ही कपड़े हैं, उसके लिए मेरे पास कितने जोड़ी कपड़े हैं उसकी संख्या को जानना आवश्यक है या नहीं है? So let us take a simple exercise tonight. Let us open your all wardrobes, cupboards, suitcase and briefcase, everywhere जहां पर आपके कपड़े हैं. कपड़े का अर्थ होता है कि वो जो आप पहनते हैं और जो नहीं पहनते वो सब कपड़े. उसको निकाल कर पहले एक बार गिन तो ले लीजिए. Let us do the counting first and then see whether you have enough, you have more, or you have less. कंक्लूजन के रूप में इतना कहना चाह रहे हैं कि फिजिकल फैसिलिटी इज नेसेसरी फॉर द ह्यूमन बीइंग, बट समथिंग मोर इज आल्सो रिक्वायर्ड. आर यू एग्री? और ओनली फिजिकल फैसिलिटी इज इनफ? So there are two statements. A, only physical facilities is enough for the human being to be happy. B, something more is also required. So what's your answer? A or B? Let us try to find out what more is required. Let us, look into this question and respond to it. That if there is any unhappiness in you, or unhappiness in your family, is it more due to the lack of physical facility, or is it more due to the lack of fulfillment in relationship? So you can respond to this while you are responding to the poll and putting your answers in the chat. I repeat the question: the unhappiness in you and the unhappiness in your family, is it more due to the lack of fulfillment in relationship, or more due to the lack of physical facilities? Yes, Shruti Patil. Allu Arjun. Sakshi. Janja. Sakshi. Yes, Shruti.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So it is more due to lack of I think it's both, because I'm fortunate enough to get a very good family, and yeah, so there I feel that option A, because I am a person who calculate the success on basis of physical facility. Some people may think it is very wrong to do so, but yeah, I do. And not just money or anything like car, etc., but also books or in terms of knowledge. Yeah, because that's the way world work. It is the fact. How means we need to some physical quantity to expressed with world, right? Because no one can see what is happening in our mind. Everything, the physical proof is required. So yeah.
Yeah, so what we are saying that the physical facility is necessary. We are not undermining the importance of it. What we are asking, the disturbance, the turmoil, my unhappiness, and the unhappiness in my family, is it more due to the lack of physical facilities, or more due to fulfillment of relationship? Yes, Harsh Jain.
Yeah. So I think it's because of a huge lack of communication. where both the parties don't really know what they want. It's in the society built up that the love and the relationship must be unconditional, so you can behave however you want, right? But as we all know, living in a family, and especially people who live in, say, joint families, they know how much formality and things you have to fulfill to keep a stable relationships. That isn't taught anywhere. You aren't taught how to behave anywhere. And that's how it is, right? Both the parties don't know what exactly do they need, how much time do they need. There are small things, even dinner etiquettes. When we sit on dinner, no one uses the phone and stuff. So there are these small things, these communications. There's 1 hour in day where no one uses phone and talks about what happened during the day. These small things nurture relationships between our families, right? That's simply how it is. There is no like rocket science behind this, according to me.
All right, very good, thank you. Abhishek Nikam.
Yes, sir. Sir, I think the option B is the more correct one, because it's not always that physical facilities are the one that give you happiness. We see poor people who don't have even a home to stay or live. They are living their happy life on the road. They are not like crying because we are on the roads and living their life as with their conditions. So more the fulfillment of relationship is what keeps us unhappiness, according to me.
Okay, all right, okay. पोल के भी रिस्पांस को देखा तो 67% रिस्पांस यही आ रहा है कि हम लोग एक दूसरे के साथ में संबंध पूर्वक नहीं जी पा रहे हैं, उसी के चलते हम दुखी है। 22% ये कह रहे हैं कि सुविधा के अभाव के चलते हम दुखी है। 12% ये कह रहे हैं कि पता नहीं है ना मैं क्यों दुखी हूँ।
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sir, the both answers are correct, but the more is due to the lack of physical facility, because one home member in the family can get unhappy due to the lack of things, for example precious things, for example cars or gold. Hence, due to the lack of physical facility, there is more unhappiness in our family.
बहुत बढ़िया। तो आप जैसे कह रहे कि जैसी कार नहीं है तो अनहैप्पीनेस है। अभी जस्ट एक मान लीजिए कि एक लग्जरियस हाई एंड कंफर्टेबल कार घर के सामने खड़ी रही, लेकिन घर में रहने वाले लोग अगर एक दूसरे के साथ में ठीक ठीक जी नहीं पा रहे हैं, तो क्या वो लग्जरियस कंफर्टेबल कार में बैठने के साथ हैप्पी हो पाएंगे? If there is unhappiness due to the lack of physical facility, let's take another example. The air conditioner is not there in the home, and that's why they are complaining to each other. Now you have installed a very branded air conditioner in the home, so this AC is helping to make a favorable temperature in the room, or with AC's installation the relationship between the people also gets clear and they will start understanding each other. क्या लगता है, ऐसा होता है कि एसी के कमरे में बैठ, एसी नहीं है घर में तो झगड़ा है, ठीक है एसी लगाना चाहते हैं, लेकिन एसी लगाने से केवल रूम ठंडा होता है या हमारे दिमाग भी ठंडे हो जाते हैं और हमारे झगड़े भी खत्म होते हैं? थिंक अबाउट इट। Okay. Gaurav, Amit, Divya, you all have raised your hand. Aniruddha.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Amit.
According to me, the fulfillment of relationship is very important, because there we have seen the most example of corona pandemic. We have to face a lot of physical facilities, but we are each together in house. देन हम लोग सब एक दूसरे से मिलजुल कर प्यार से रहते थे, क्योंकि हमारे पास साधन नहीं थे तो भी हम लोग प्यार से थे। तो इसलिए मेरे हिसाब से फैसिलिटी इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट।
थैंक यू। तो ये संबंध का निर्वाह होना आवश्यक है, सुविधा का भी होना आवश्यक है, और यही एक बेसिक डिफरेंस है। तो अभी तक जितनी भी डिस्कशंस बने रहे, उससे लेकर एक छोटा सा कंक्लूजन हम निकाल रहे हैं। सी वेदर दिस कंक्लूजन इज right or it's not right. The conclusion is that for the human being, physical facility is necessary, but relationship is also necessary. Both of these things are necessary. Agreed? क्या लगता है? ये दोनों भी आवश्यक है, सुविधा भी आवश्यक है और संबंध भी आवश्यक है। लेकिन ज्यादातर मेरे दुख का कारण संबंध का निर्वाह करना नहीं है, निर्वाह नहीं हो रहा है, उसके चलते हम दुखी हैं। So although we have acceptance for the relationship, but still we get into the arguments, opposition, fights, even in the family, with our close friends, with our mummy, with your daddy, with our baba, with our ai, with our colleagues at workplace, even sometimes in the market, sometimes even on the local railway station, जिनको हम जानते भी नहीं है, उनके साथ में भी झगड़े शुरू हो जाते हैं। और जब भी झगड़ा शुरू हो जाता है तो वी वांट टू रिजॉल्व इट। कोई है आप में से जो कि केवल झगड़ा करना चाहता है, जो झगड़े को खत्म ही नहीं करना चाहता? तो जब भी झगड़े हो जाते हैं तो हम उसको रिजॉल्व करना चाहते हैं। दैट इज द रीजन वी डू कॉम्प्रोमाइज, वी से सॉरी, वी ट्राई टू डू द पैच अप, इवन समटाइम्स वी प्रॉमिस नॉट टू फाइट इन द फ्यूचर, but even though we don't want to, the fight does takes place again. And whenever fight takes place, you want other to improve and the other want you to improve. Is this happening? Yes or no? Is this happening? The incidences of reactions, anger, not speaking to the other, and that other may my own father, my own mother, my own brother, my own sister, my own friend, my own teacher. So the argument, debates in the society, the divorce, all these things are increasing or decreasing. So you can respond to these two questions. The reactions, not speaking to other, argument, debates, these are happening or not. And such incidences are increasing upon or decreasing upon. You can respond in the chat box. Good. So you are able to see that these things are increasing. And when such things are increasing, are you happy within? Are you able to see that because these incidences create so much of disharmony within, and with that disharmony, you are not able to concentrate and focus? Now let us try and understand something, one very important aspect. What do you think? The number of schools, colleges, university, professional, the institutions which are providing professional educations, conventional educations, the number of these institutions is increasing or decreasing? You can respond in the chat. This number is increasing or decreasing? Good. The number of people who are going through the process of education and investing minimum 15 to 20 years in educating themselves, this number is also increasing or decreasing? Increasing. Now, isn't it very interesting that the number of schools, colleges, university increasing, the number of people who are going through the process of education increasing, and the incidences of reaction, not speaking to each other, arguments are also increasing? I thought if the schools are increasing and the educated people are increasing, this should have been decreased, right? So what do you think, that the schools and the colleges shall provide only skill-based education to make student for the job ready, or the schools and the colleges shall provide a value-based education so that student will be develop the competency and ability to live in harmony within, to live with the feeling of relationship with the others, and also to get a job. So what do you think, that you have taken admission, at such an important state of your life, and the next 3 to 4 years you want to just develop in the skills to get a job, or you want to develop in values plus skills to live a happy life. If you are focusing only on the development of skills and not on the value, there is a possibility that you may accumulate huge wealth. But will you be happy with that? With the huge wealth, will you be able to have this understanding of living with feeling of relationship? So these are important questions, right? These are the fundamental questions for each one of us. So for the fulfillment of a relationship, it is necessary to have the right understanding about relationship. So the right understanding is also required. So you have this basic aspiration of continuity of happiness and prosperity. And to fulfill the basic aspiration of happiness and prosperity, what is the program now? The program is to have the right understanding in the self, to have feeling of relationship within your own self, and to have the clarity on how much physical facility is required, what is the role of physical facilities. So the program to fulfill the basic aspiration of continuity of happiness and prosperity is to ensure all these three things within. And to ensure all these three things within, you need to take efforts. You need to take efforts for the development of right understanding, for the development of relationship, and for the development of physical facility. If you have no idea on what is the role of the physical facility and how much physical facility is required, then despite of your n number of accumulation, will you ever have this feeling of prosperity? Or even accumulating more and more, still you will continue to live with this feeling of deprivation. If you no idea about what relationship is and how to fulfill relationship, will you be able to live with the feeling of relationship? So this idea, this clarity, this understanding is the part of right understanding. So you have right understanding about relationship, human relationship. And with that right understanding and with that right feelings, you will be able to live with the feeling of relationship. You have this right understanding within yourself to identify the need of the physical facility. And with that, you will be able to identify what is the role of physical facility and how much physical facility is required. So all these three things are required. If all these three things are required, what do you think, that what is the priority number one, the second priority, and the third priority? You can respond, and if you have already responded and have any questions or sharing, let me listen to some of you. Ram Pratap Sahani. Ram Pratap. Shruti Patil. Kishan. Harsh Jain, SK and Vishal. You all have microphones. Your hands are also being risen. Shivam Mishra.
सर मोस्टली जो लोग स्पिरिचुअलिटी के अंदर होते दे नो व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ देयर लाइफ सो most of the time I have seen them happy as compared to the students or the corporate working professionals. They are mostly frustrated with their educational life, with their working life, and with their family relationships. So which according to you which is the correct way for a student to go into?
आपको क्या लगता है ये जिंदगी के बारे में जानना समझना ये एजुकेशन का पार्ट होना चाहिए या नहीं चाहिए? हम लोग 15-20 साल पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं और 15-20 साल पढ़ाई करते हुए हम अपने बारे में क्या समझे हैं, क्या सीखे हैं? ये रिलेशनशिप इज सो इम्पोर्टेंट, बट हैव वी एवर taught what relationship is? The health is so important. तो क्या ये हेल्थ को कैसे इंश्योर करना, इसको कभी हमें पढ़ाई में कभी सिखाया गया, समझाया गया है? तो if becomes the part of our education, then each one of us, who are going to the colleges, schools, will be able to develop that competency. And not only those who follows the spiritualism, but even a common man like you and me can also live a happy life. And for that, these three things are required: right understanding, relationship, and physical facilities. So the clarity on all these three things are required. And when we prioritize the clarity, what is the priority number 1, number 2, and number 3? This is what the question is. Yes, Abhishek.
Yes, sir. So your question was if it should be included in a syllabus, right?
Yeah, मैं आपसे ये पूछ रहा हूँ कि is it required or not required? Is it important or it's not important?
Yes, it is important, but from very lower level, because when we are kids, our parents or our teachers say that he is just a kid now, he will understand as he grow. But when that kid grows and he starts thinking about how can I explain it?
Yeah, समझ में बात आ गया आपकी. But
Yeah.
my simple question is that if the kid has not given opportunity to understand when he was a kid, and this kid has become a young adult now, and if it is getting this opportunity to understand, तो क्या लगता है आपके लिए भी आवश्यक है या नहीं है?
Yes, but that kid won't try to understand now. It should have done when he was just a child.
ठीक है. So let us keep this also open.
Can you hear me?
Just a minute. I'll come to you. Let us keep this open. This development of right understanding is possible only with the kids, or it's even possible for the young adults and the youth and even the elderly people. Okay. Yes. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. The introduction of the subject UHV in our syllabus is very nice, because we must have to find out how we create the relationship and true understanding between the family or friends. Because if we have the true relationship between these family and friends, then we must become happy, and we stay with a happy life. And without happiness, we can't focus on the right things. For example, how we get a success in our life. So according to my opinion, so the introduction of this UHV in our syllabus is very, very nice, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so Harshdeep, out of these three, which becomes the priority number 1, number 2, and number 3?
Yes, sir. According to my opinion, sir, first priority is to the right understanding, then the relationship, and then the physical facility.
All right, thank you. And that is how responded by others too. 72% are saying right understanding as the priority 1. 59% relationship as priority 2, and 71% are saying physical facility as priority number 3. But this is what the desirable state. In your current state, are you giving priority number 1 and 2 to right understanding in relationship, or are you giving priority number 1 to the physical facilities? So this is what you have been said, and this is what is required to have a fulfilling life. This is what your desirable state is. When you have feeling of relationship with you, you are happy within. Let me give an example. आपका किसी दोस्त के साथ में झगड़ा हो गया, दोस्त ने 4 बातें आपको कही, आपने 4 बातें दोस्तों को कही थी, लेकिन हम झगड़ा तो कंटिन्यू नहीं करना चाहते, तो वो भी चले जाते हैं, आप भी आपके घर पे वापस आए. नाउ यू आर सिटिंग अलोन इन योर रूम एंड स्पेंडिंग कपल ऑफ आवर्स थिंकिंग ऑफ टेकिंग रिवेंज. आज तो बात नहीं हुई, लेकिन कल जब मिलेगा ना, तब मैं ये कहूंगा, वो कहूंगा. ये जो 2 घंटा आप अकेला बैठकर उसका बदला लेने का जब सोच रहे हैं, रिवेंज लेने के बारे में जब सोच रहे हैं, अकेले आप अपने घर में बैठे हैं, there is a possibility that this friend is busy in doing shopping in the shopping mall. During the state when you are thinking of taking revenge, are you happy? Are you unhappy? Are you comfortable? Are you disturbed? You go through the irritation or you are stable within. और उस मोमेंट पे अगर मम्मी आपके कहती है कि बेटा खाना खा लो, तो क्या ये अननोइंगली मम्मी के ऊपर वो गुस्सा ट्रांसफर होता है या नहीं होता? लेकिन उसी जगह पर आप में अगर ये संबंध के भाव है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल ट्रस्ट, रिस्पेक्ट, ये फीलिंग्स आप में है, और इस फीलिंग्स जब आप में बने रहते हैं, तब आप अपने आप में सुखी होते हैं, हार्मोनी में रहते हैं या नहीं रहते? सो स्टार्ट डूइंग दिस ऑब्जर्वेशन. When do you feel happy? When you are unhappy? With the feelings of relationship or without the feeling of relationship? So if you develop the right understanding on what relationship is, you will be able to live with the feeling of relationship, which means you will develop this ability to live with happiness. So when you are happy within, you interact with the people outside with the same happiness. Whenever you are disturbed within, unhappy within, you interact other with the same, right, that irritation and anger. So a happy person spreads happiness. Just a minute, let me complete. And an unhappy person spreads unhappiness. So right understanding in relationships help us to live happy within, and this also leads to the mutual happiness. Similarly, the clarity on how much physical facility is required, what is the role of physical facility, right understanding of this thing. So right understanding in physical facility, not only you feel prosperous, but you also contribute to the prosperity of the nature. So are you able to see that these two feelings are different? Happiness is the outcome of right understanding and right feelings. Prosperity is the outcome of right understanding and physical facility. So when we talk about this physical facility, right, from where the raw material comes, we are just manufacturing and producing in the companies and the factories and selling it in the malls. But from where the raw material to produce this physical facility comes. So we extract, we mine from the nature. Every single thing what we are producing and manufacturing, that comes from the nature. Can you survive without nature? So all this physical facility comes from the nature. And if I have done this correct assessment of how much physical facility is required, and if I have more than it, that is the feeling of prosperity. And with such feeling, you also contribute in the enrichment of the nature. Otherwise, you just keep accumulating more and more, and even by accumulating more, you still have that feeling of deprivation. And with that feeling of deprivation, you continuously exploiting the nature. So right understanding relationship and physical facility leads to the mutual happiness and the mutual prosperity. This is what our desirable state is. And this is what the fulfilling life is. And this is what our basic aspiration, right? But when you look into the current state, the physical facility is everything, money is everything. If this is the current state, then there are big questions on the relationships. And there's the biggest question on the right understanding within. And with such priority, we focuses only on the accumulation of more and more physical facility. And that is the reason, though we have accumulated more, but that relationship trouble and the disharmony within, unhappiness within is continue to be there. And it's not only continue to be there, but it is increasing. So the basic aspiration is of continuity of happiness and prosperity, and the program to achieve the happiness and continuity of happiness and prosperity is understanding the whole expanse of our being as an individual, family, society, nature, and existence. So the content of this workshop from tomorrow onwards is understanding harmony in the human being. How I can be in a harmony as an individual. Understanding harmony in the family. How I can participate in ensuring harmony in the family. Understanding harmony in the society. How I could be the help for the societal transformation, and understanding harmony in the nature. So with this right understanding, you will be able to develop the capacity to live with relationship with the other human being and to live with harmony with the nature. And that leads to the mutual happiness and mutual prosperity. So just a proposal in the capsule form, tomorrow we will define it. Happiness is to be in a harmony within. Unhappiness is to be forced to be in the state of contradiction within. So whenever there is a gap between what you really want to be and what you are, that gap creates the contradictions, and that is what the unhappiness is. And the prosperity is the feeling of having or producing more than required physical facilities. So this transformation from the current state to the desirable state, you want to go through this transformation or not? कि आप ये चाहते या नहीं चाहते हैं कि आपकी जो करंट स्टेट है वहां से लेकर जो डिजायरेबल स्टेट है उसमें आपका परिमार्जन हो. और मुझे लगता है कि दिस इज द रोल ऑफ एजुकेशन टू ट्रांसफॉर्म every single student from the current state to the desirable state. So when we see the desirable state, it is right understanding, relationship, and physical facilities. All these three things. So what you think? Through the education, you want to develop the skills only for the accumulation of more and more physical facility, or through the education, you want to develop the capacity to live with feeling of relationship and the harmony within. So to develop the holistic perspectives, which we need to understand the aspects of our real life, ourselves, our friends, our family, classmates, seniors, teachers. So that is what the human relationship is. Our society, we have different societal systems and our natural acceptance. In other words, the holistic perspective, which means understanding harmony in the self, family, society, nature, and existence. So to sum up today's session, what we discussed today is each one of us has the basic aspiration of continuity of happiness and prosperity. To fulfill this basic aspiration of continuity of happiness and prosperity, what I need to have is the right understanding, relationship, and physical facility. And the right understanding, which means understanding the harmony at each state of my life, starting from myself to the family, to the society, to the nature and existence. To get more clarity on what we discussed today, these assignments are provided to you. Please go through these assignments, respond to it. It will help you to evaluate things. So make a list of your aspirations and concerns. This is the home assignment, and categorize this list on the basis of right understanding, relationship, and physical facility. These PowerPoint presentations are also provided to you. You may download these PowerPoint presentations, and if you need any support to complete your assignments. So thank you for today. Thank you for attentive listening and the self-exploration. The official time of this workshop is till 6:45, but the extended and the optional time is till 7:30. So now this is optional time. Now this is your choice. If you have some other important engagement, you may leave because the official time is closed at 6:45. We are here till 7:30. If you have any questions, we are here to listen to your reflections, your understanding through today's session. We are here to take up your questions, take up your queries. So thank you so much. Yes, so I can see that hands are being raised, and we will have this interactive sessions, question and answer sessions. So if you have any questions, you can put up, you can share, your understanding through today's session. Altamash, Aziz ji.
Sir, can I come in for a minute? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
The assignment link will be coming up soon on the chat, both on YouTube and Zoom. There's also the link for today's slides. So just bear with us, and then you can leave. Yeah. Over to you, sir. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Altamash, Aziz, do you have any question? Yeah, Ommi Salekar. Sandesh Pawar. Yashwant Patil. Yeah, Ommi Salekar. Yes.
हेलो भैया, मैं हूँ मतलब.
All right, thank you. Host can make Yashwant Patil the other co-host. Yashwant ji, you can.
Yeah, जी भैया. They're doing it now, sir. They're doing it now.
हाँ, yes. जी भैया, नमस्ते सभी को, स्टूडेंट्स. तो अभी मतलब ये जो 2 सेशंस हुए, इसमें हम लोगों ने मतलब हम सभी का जो बेसिक एस्पिरेशन है, दैट इज हैप्पीनेस एंड प्रॉस्पेरिटी एंड इट्स कंटिन्यूटी, इसे एक्सप्लोर करने का ट्राई किया. तो अभी जो कुछ भी डिस्कशन हुआ, ये सारा डिस्कशन सुनने के बाद आप पे कुछ क्वेश्चंस, या तो आप पे कुछ शेयरिंग, या तो आप इसके बारे में क्या सोचते हैं, व्हाट यू थिंक अबाउट दिस. सो यू आर वेलकम टू आस्क योर क्वेश्चंस और यू कैन डू योर शेयरिंग. तो आई विल जस्ट सी.
Yeah, Kishan Kanuja.
Kishan beta, you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
सर, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि एक फीलिंग पे कैसे मतलब स्टेबल रह सकते हैं. सर, जैसे कि आपने हम लोग को सिखाया था कि हैप्पीनेस इज इम्पोर्टेंट.
यस.
स्टेट में कभी खुश रहते, कभी दुखी रहते. बट सर, एक मतलब फीलिंग पे कैसे स्टेबल रह सकते हैं, क्योंकि बाहर इतनी सारी चीजें चल रही होती है और अंदर से कितनी भी कोशिश करते हैं हम लोग, तो बाहर की चीजें हमें कभी ना कभी मतलब ऐसा फील करता है. अगर हैप्पीनेस रहना चाहते हैं तो बाहर की चीजें कभी दुख कर देती है, तो कभी वो लोग भी हमको हैप्पीनेस देते हैं. तो एक चीज पे कैसे स्टेबल रह सकते हैं?
हाँ किशन, लेकिन what we want happiness, right? And we want its continuity. तो अभी जो बाकी सेशंस यहाँ से जाएंगे, उसमें हम लोग मतलब उसके लिए फिर क्या एफर्ट हम लोग पुट अप कर सकते हैं, और उसके लिए हमारा क्या प्रोग्राम हो सकता है कि जिससे हमारा जो बेसिक एस्पिरेशन है कंटिन्यूटी ऑफ हैप्पीनेस दैट वी कैन अचीव। तो इसको हम लोग जरा देखेंगे। अभी क्या हो रहा है कि हम बहुत कुछ चीजें कंपेयर करके देखने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं, तो इन सारी चीजों के बारे में जो आगे सेशंस है उसमें हम लोग देखेंगे। लेकिन अभी तो भी आई होप यू आर एबल टू सी दैट you want to be happy and you want to be happy continuously, right?
ठीक है किशन, एक अच्छा सवाल था कि हम एक चीज पे स्टेबल नहीं रहते, तो बेसिकली किस चीज पे स्टेबल रहना चाहते हैं पहले वो क्लैरिटी हो जाए। तो दिखता है कि हम अपने में हार्मोनी, अपने में स्टेबिलिटी चाहते हैं और कंटिन्यूटी में चाहते हैं। अब दूसरा इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन बनता है कि जितना भी हमारा जीने का फैलाव है, हम स्वयं, परिवार, समाज, प्रकृति और अस्तित्व, है ना, हर जगह पर हर मोमेंट जी रहे हैं। तो जितना भी हमारा जीने का फैलाव है उसको अगर हम नहीं समझे तो क्या उस चीज के ऊपर हम स्टेबल रह पाएंगे? तो आज जो हमने डिस्कस किया कि स्वयं में सही समझ, स्वयं में संबंध का भाव और सुविधा, ये तीनों के साथ में वो जो स्टेबिलिटी की जो बात कर रहे हैं वो हो पाएगी। ठीक है
जी भैया। नेक्स्ट श्री, हेलो गौरव, थोड़ा साउंड आ रहा है। हेलो श्रेया, you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Sir, where we will get the assignment links and
असाइनमेंट लिंक बेटा अभी आपको जो मेल दिया है उसमें आ जाएगा। आपने प्री वर्कशॉप सर्वे तो फिलअप किया होगा ना?
नहीं यशवंत जी,
हाँ
यशवंत जी,
हाँ,
the assignment link will be put on the chat just now on Zoom chat and YouTube chat.
Okay.
And including the link for the slides of today. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
In 5 minutes we'll put it up.
Okay.
But the link will open at 7:30.
Yes.
Thank you. There is a question in the chat. I'll just take up that question from the chat. Not reading the student name because it's a direct message to me. But the question is that, is it necessary to take out time each day for our loved ones? And what when we are busy with our career and communicate very less, like 10 or 15 minutes a day? A very important question. Very important questions. You know, each one of us are busy in making our career. And during these studies, completion of assignments, projects, research, we may not be able to spare the time, though we want to spare the time. Okay, तो क्या हो सकता है? देखिए, it's not that how much time we are spending with each other, but how much quality time we are spending with each other, that is very important thing. Let me give an example of it. Before the pandemic, most of us were complaining that we are not finding time for ourselves and we are not finding time for the families. So the corona has provided this opportunity. During the lockdown, we were inside our premises with our people. लेकिन उसके जो कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस क्या हुए थे, उसकी जो स्टडीज आ रहे ना, वो तो स्टडीज बहुत शॉकिंग है। वो ये बता रहे कि जितने लोग एक दूसरे के साथ में रहे उतना उनका एक दूसरे का इरिटेशन, झगड़े बढ़े थे। तो हम कितना टाइम एक दूसरे के साथ स्पेंड कर रहे हैं वो भी इम्पोर्टेंट है, लेकिन कैसा टाइम स्पेंड कर रहे हैं वो उससे भी ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है। सो इवन इफ आई एम स्पेंडिंग दिस 10-15 minutes, if I have these feelings of relationship, this feeling of relationship get transferred to the other person of family and they feel okay with it. But even if I'm spending this 1 hour timing and the feelings of relationship is not there, that irritation is there, the complaints are there, the blames are there, then that 1 hour or the 2 hour is, you know, that is what is we are saying. Is it a quality time or it's not a quality time? So I hope I have answered your question. Thank you. Yes, भैया.
अभिषेक, अभिषेक निकम.
Yes, sir.
हाँ.
Sir, no, my doubt was clear. My question was already asked.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Aniruddha, Sanket. Aniruddha, you can unmute yourself and put your question. Sanket. Sanket, Ketki. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, there is one more input in the chat box saying that our Gurukul system is the best system in the world and nothing is greater than that. So even if you see the role of Gurukul, or even if you see the role of Vidyapit, university, is the same, right? So with this new sort of infrastructure and the smart classroom, still we can have that content, because it's not the building of a college or an educational institute, but it's the content what they are sharing in the building, and it's the people how they are living in the building. So that is important. So if we have this value based education and the value education, what you are saying, that system is already there and it can be bring back, isn't it?
Yes, sir. But it can also be upgraded. I mean, like in universities or in colleges, they don't focus on students' values, and they don't care about how students how much pressure is on students.
Yeah, I mean, if you see these issues, right? Issues in the families, issues in myself, issues in colleges, issues in the society. These issues are because of the lack of right understanding within, or the issues are because each one of us is able to live with this right understanding within. So the issues is because of the lack of right understanding. The issues is because of the lack of relationship. So if we have this right understanding and right relationship within, these such issues can be resolved. And that is the reason, the AICTE has taken this initiative to incorporate value education and gradually the value-based education in the mainstream of, the education. And it's not only, the students who are going through this, but the faculties are also going through this. So on every Monday to Friday, there's a 5 days workshop for the faculty members. So the faculty also, attending these workshops, and they're also trying to have this clarity within. The more clarity we have, that reflects into our living. And that way only the such sort of issues and the problems can be minimized.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, so great session, first of all. It was amazing. Secondly, two things. I want to ask if there is any attendance link, or it is like from the polls only. Like whoever answers the polls would get the attendance. And secondly,
yeah, can I answer to your first question?
Yeah, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, so this attendance get automatically tracked by the Zoom software, and your participation is also there through the polls and assignments and etc. etc.
Okay. And what about sir YouTube? The ones who are on YouTube link?
I have no clarity about it. Maybe the technical team will be able to respond, but I know the Zoom, so I have responded.
All right. So yeah, so give information about that. And secondly, about when you talked about expectations and our own outcomes. So I feel it's not exactly totally on us. it's also the circumstances around us, even the background we come from. Like we all know that India is not like homogeneous or similar throughout the land, isn't it? When you have a, say, farmer's child who grew up in poverty, for him money is everything. He doesn't get to choose what he wants to become. His circumstances make him what he is. And even about there are expectations and there are opportunities. For example, there are a lot of like IT graduates I have met who didn't want to do IT, but it's just like it employs so many people here in India, but they didn't want to do it. No amount of I feel no amount of like saying that do this and you will be able to be successful and do what you want. What I feel like, there is a triangle between passion, between your capabilities and the opportunities that are present. There is a golden area between the three, right, where success lies. And it's not as straight as what I want to become and what there is. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. See, like, let us say, India, and what you are saying, that different culture is there and all diversity is there. That is right. What you are saying is absolutely right. But if you take this example of this workshop, 1,000 students were connected on the Zoom and around 1,700 were on the YouTube live. So 2,700 students coming from the different background. Possibly, some of the students are coming from the different states too, right? So a mini India is there in this workshop. And when you talk about this mini India, everybody's basic aspiration is the same. So the people who are not in this workshop, they're also aspiring to be happy, prosperous, and to ensure the continuity of happiness and prosperity. So that way, the basic aspiration of every human being is the same. Now, once we understand this purpose, once we understand our want to be happy and prosperous, then we also understand what is the meaning of successful. If I'm able to achieve my want, I'm successful. Okay. What you are saying is, the another thing about the triangle, the passion, the capabilities, and the opportunities. If there is no clarity on the basic aspiration, would this triangle will work? Think about it. Or with the clarity on the basic aspiration, this triangle will work effectively. If there is no goal, there is no clarity on where to go, about the goal, then these three things, this triangle can set the direction. Or first, the identification of goal is required. And with this triangle, I can make a correct efforts to reach to the goal. Okay, thank you.
Sir. Hello.
Yes.
John.
Sir, you said that subject like UHV should be introduced in schools and colleges and everywhere, right?
So I'm not saying that it should be. I'm asking you, is it needed or not? It's important or it's not important?
Sir, I feel that it's important, but not only for the child or student, but equally for the parent. Like both should be.
Yeah.
If the child understood something, like उसने आज सोचा कि मैं आज तो मैं ऐसा कर ही दूंगा, बट फिर घर पे जाके वो वही सेम फाइट सीन एंड ऑल सब देखता है, तो फिर वो सोचेगा कि मैं क्यों करूं, मैं लाइक उन लोग मेरे पेरेंट्स ही ऐसा कर रहे, तो लाइक इट शुड बी फॉर बोथ इक्वली.
Very nice.
उसका कुछ मतलब है, like both should sit together and listen to it and inculcate, and then it will make some value to the society.
Very nice. आप जो कह रहे हो बिल्कुल सही है, ये पेरेंट्स के लिए भी चाहिए. और जब हम वो फैकल्टीज का वर्कशॉप लेते ना, वो पेरेंट्स होते हैं तो वो कहते हैं कि बच्चों के लिए चाहिए. लेकिन आपने जो कंक्लूड बहुत अच्छी तरह से किया कि ये बच्चों के लिए भी चाहिए, ये पेरेंट्स के लिए भी चाहिए, ये टीचर्स के लिए भी चाहिए, ये स्टूडेंट्स के लिए भी चाहिए, ये सब के लिए चाहिए. So this right understanding is required in every self. and that can be ensured through the education. And that is the reason we are asking what you think, that this education is important or it's not important. ठीक है बेटा? अच्छा है, अभी भी लगभग 401 स्टूडेंट्स यूट्यूब लाइव से भी कनेक्टेड है, वो भी सुन रहे क्वेश्चंस को। जी यस यशवंत भैया।
हाँ केतकी म्यूट कर पा रहे खुद को, मतलब हेलो ठीक है। आदित्य नायर, आदित्य
Sir, good evening. So Sybil Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Here. Just requesting students to come into the Zoom if they want more interaction. We are still here to admit you all in the Zoom, and if the co-host can also keep admitting them, it will be helpful.
Yeah, we're doing that. You're doing that, madam. Admitting
You're
them.
doing that? Okay, okay. Just to tell them that.
Yeah,
that
thank
they
you.
can
Thank you,
admit,
madam.
and a reminder also.
Yeah,
We can continue. You live streaming will continue for that, but still, and students to be informed that this is still on YouTube. Thank you.
That will be nice and great. So the students who got connected through YouTube live, if you want, you can come on the Zoom so that we can interact with you directly. Because now there is a space on the Zoom. Yes, please do come. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sir, like even if I've come to know more and more about happiness, like there's like delayed gratification and instant gratification, and how people always, like generally people go behind instant gratification, like watching TV and all. Like it's fine, but then people don't have a balance between either of them. So I believe chasing like making a balance between both of them is the way, like is the key to happiness. But still, like other factors come, like we don't, it is not necessary, like even if after balancing all this your like life will go smooth, but like even after knowing all this, like why do I feel like I will have a motivation of changing myself like for a while, but then after that it's like the motivation gets exhausted and the discipline doesn't come. So like how can I get out of this rut?
Yeah, basically the motivation get exhausted because we try to achieve something, and after achieving that particular thing, that fulfillment is missing, that completeness is missing, so that motivation get exhausted. But when we have this clarity that why do I want to achieve these things, why do I want to achieve that thing, we have bundles of desires. But once we have this clarity that there is a basic desire and each of my sub desires are connected to the basic desire, with that clarity, if you take efforts, so every time you are taking efforts to make yourself happy, because your basic desire is also happy, so that motivation and the self inspiration is always remains there.
Hello.
Yep.
Hello.
Yeah, Sanket,
Hello.
go ahead. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Am I audible?
हाँ संकेत, हाँ अपनी बात रखिए.
Please go ahead. Yeah.
Sir, can I say something?
हाँ yes.
सर बीच में एक स्लाइड आया था जो आपने बोला था कि अगर बच्चों को जो पाथ पे जानते हैं, जिस पाथ पे जाना चाहते हैं, अगर वो पाथ पे उनको मतलब सक्सेसफुल नहीं हो पाते हैं तो ऑल्टरनेटिव पाथ पे जाना चाहिए, नहीं जाना चाहिए. तो आप लोग ने मतलब बहुत इजीली बोलते हैं कि हाँ ऑल्टरनेटिव पाथ चूज करना चाहिए, पर सर जब कोई अपने मेन पाथ पे जब कोई फेल हो जाता है सर, तो दिमाग काम करना बंद कर देता है मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम. तो सर वो ऑल्टरनेटिव पाथ ढूंढे कैसे, क्योंकि सर दिमाग ही काम नहीं करता टाइम आने पे.
सही बात है.
हाँ,
बहुत बढ़िया बात.
इसमें चाहता हूँ आप उस पर रुक जाइए.
जी बहुत बढ़िया बात है कि अगर फेवरेट पाथ अगर बंद हो गया तो दिमाग ही काम करना बंद हो जाता है, क्योंकि हम इस बात को देख नहीं पाते कि ये जो जिसको मैंने फेवरेट पाथ मान के रखा था, उस पाथ के अचीव करने से भी मुझे क्या मिलने वाला था, हम उसको नहीं देखते, हम केवल उस पाथ को देखते हैं। इसीलिए जैसे वो पाथ बंद हो जाता है तो हम दिमाग काम करना बंद हो जाता है, जैसे आप कह रहे हैं। लेकिन जब ये क्लैरिटी हो जाए कि मैं तो हमेशा ही सुखी रहना चाहता हूँ, समृद्ध रहना चाहता हूँ, उसकी निरंतरता चाहता हूँ, और चाहे मैं कोई भी पाथ लूँ, किसी भी पाथ से मैं वही चाहता हूँ, तो फिर अगर ए पाथ बंद हो गया तो हम बी के बारे में सोचते हैं फिर। लेकिन वो अगर क्लैरिटी नहीं रही, अगर ये मान के चले कि इस पर्टिकुलर कॉलेज में एडमिशन लेना ही मेरा गोल है, तो उस कॉलेज में एडमिशन मिलने के बाद में भी है ना, वो हैप्पीनेस तो मिलता ही नहीं है, क्योंकि गेटिंग एडमिशन टू अ पर्टिकुलर कॉलेज इज अ स्टेप, इट्स जस्ट अ स्टेप टुवर्ड्स द बेसिक एस्पिरेशन एंड इट इज नॉट द गोल। ठीक है ना?
Hello, Chitriya Singh, please unmute yourself and put your question.
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to ask about that attendance link.
Chitriya, आपका
Can
attend.
I just say, see, attendance better, you please submit all your things, requirements, polls. These all are indications of your attendance. No, then you don't have to worry. Yeah.
Ma'am, where to find the assignment link?
Assignment link is there.
It's already on chat. It's already on chat.
Box में put up किया है.
So, but it's not pinned, right? So it's like gone very up.
Yeah, it's come again. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Dev, please unmute yourself.
यशवंत जी एक अनाउंसमेंट कर देते हैं, ये असाइनमेंट लिंक इज ओपन टिल 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes.
3 p.m. Tomorrow, that is 9th of February. Okay, yeah, thank you.
प्री सर्वे फॉर्म का लिंक भी अगर क्लोज नहीं हुआ है तो उसको भी
वो क्लोज हो गया सर, वो क्लोज हो गया.
अच्छा, क्लोज
Close, but at least now those who haven't done the pre-survey, please inform us. But that is a mandatory part. Everything. So please encourage your friends who are not hearing, that they encourage them to participate actively through these various activities that we are having: engagements, assignment, pre-survey, your questions, polls, etc. Yeah.
Civil madam, should we open it for another half an hour?
Okay, we'll do that. I'll get.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we'll keep it open. Yeah.
No, I mean, if it is possible to open, then
yes, sir.
Let's keep open till morning.
Okay, sir. Till tomorrow. Yes, sir.
The pre-survey form, sir.
Yeah, pre-survey form.
Ji, we'll keep it open. Yeah.
Keep it open till tomorrow morning.
Yeah, ji, sir.
And requesting all students to kindly take all these things, as seriously for your own benefit and for, part of your reflection through these 6 days.
Sir, I have a question.
Yep.
Yes.
This concept of right understanding is highly described in Bhagavad Gita. Can you share the concept?
Sorry, could you please say it again?
Sir, the concept of right understanding is explained in Bhagavad Gita. Can you please include that in our another lectures? Some shloks or something else?
I mean, when we say the right understanding, right, that right understanding, which means understanding the harmony of the expanse of my being. From individual to the whole existence. So from tomorrow onwards, all the sessions we are focusing on it only. Understanding harmony in the human being, in the family, okay, society, nature, and existence.
Thank you, sir.
सर वो ऑल्टरनेट पाथ वाले पे मेरे को एक और बात बोलनी थी कि आपने बोला कि लोगों को पहले से समझ के रखना चाहिए कि ऑल्टरनेटिव पाथ है अपने पास, वो मेन पाथ ही सब कुछ नहीं है। पर जब हम लोग कहीं पे क्लासेस में जाते थे, जो हम लोग ने जेई दिया, सीईटी दिया, तो टीचर्स लोग बोलते थे कि प्लान एक ही रखो, तुम अगर एक ही चीज पे फोकस्ड रहोगे तभी तुमको वो चीज मिलेगी, प्लान बी तुमको रखना ही नहीं चाहिए सर। तो
देखो बेटा, मैं वही कह रहा हूँ कि प्लान A B C D to Z है ना, ये सब प्लान्स है। ओके, भले वो प्लान ए हो या बी हो या सी हो, लेकिन वो प्लान की कंप्लीशन से मुझे क्या होना है वो क्लैरिटी आवश्यक है। अगर मेरा प्लान ए भी अगर कंप्लीट हुआ तो मैं किसी कॉलेज में एडमिशन मिल गया मुझे, लेकिन उस कॉलेज में एडमिशन मिलकर भी मैं क्या
अटेंडेंस कैसी लगाई सर?
मैं क्या होना चाहता हूँ, है ना
सर एक्सक्यूज मी सर, सर
तो कॉलेज में जैसे आप एग्जाम्स की बात कर रहे थे, इस एग्जाम्स को क्रैक करने से एक कॉलेज में एडमिशन मिलेगा, उस कॉलेज में एडमिशन से हम कुछ बनेंगे। क्या बनेंगे? इंजीनियर बनेंगे, ठीक है। तो वो इंजीनियर बनने के लिए पढ़ाई करना होगा, तो कुछ करके हम कुछ बनेंगे। अब ये इंजीनियर बनकर हम कुछ पाएंगे, कुछ क्या पाएंगे हम लोग? जॉब, पैसा, इज्जत, नाम, शोहरत, ये सारी चीजों को पाएंगे। लेकिन ये पाकर हम होना क्या चाहते हैं? तो ये दिखता है कि ये सब कुछ जो हम कर रहे हैं, कर कर कुछ बन रहे हैं, बनकर कुछ पाना चाहते हैं, उससे हम होना तो सुखी होना चाहते हैं, समृद्ध होना चाहते हैं, है ना। तो ये अगर क्लैरिटी हमारी हो जाए कि चाहे प्लान ए हो या चाहे प्लान बी हो, चाहे प्लान सी हो, मैं होना तो सुखी और समृद्ध चाहता हूँ। तो सुख क्या है वो अगर हम समझ गए, उसके लिए समझने का प्रयास किए, समृद्धिता क्या है उसको हम समझने का प्रयास किए, तो फिर अगर कोई एक प्लान ए भी नहीं सक्सेसफुल होता तो हम हमेशा प्लान बी के ऊपर भी काम करते हैं, पैरेलल भी ये सारी चीजों के ऊपर काम करते हैं। लेकिन इम्पोर्टेंट बात यह है कि मैं होना क्या चाहता हूँ, हर पल मैं होना क्या चाहता हूँ वो स्पष्टता हो जाए। ठीक है, ओके।
सो मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था।
हाँ जी।
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सर, इट्स अ ग्रेट एक्सपीरियंस, इट्स अ वंडरफुल वर्कशॉप, थैंक यू फॉर दैट। और मुझे ये पूछना था कि हमारे रिक्वायरमेंट बढ़ते ही जाते हैं, हमने कुछ अचीव कर लिया, समझो कि हमारा जो ड्रीम था वो हमने अचीव कर लिया, हम वही नहीं रुकते, हमारे रिक्वायरमेंट बढ़ते ही जाते हैं। तो फिर हमें हम कैसे हो सकता है ना कि हम हैप्पीनेस एक ही चीज में नहीं मिल सकता।
बिल्कुल ठीक है, ठीक है, आप जो कह रहे हो ठीक है। तो हमारे जो रिक्वायरमेंट्स है ना, हमारे जो नीड्स है वो क्या है, उसके उसके बारे हम कल डिस्कशंस करेंगे, ठीक है। तो सबसे पहले अगर बेटा हम इस चीज को समझ पाए कि मेरी रिक्वायरमेंट्स क्या है, उसके साथ ही हम उसको फुलफिल कर पाएंगे ना। तो कल का जो सेशंस है, कल का सेशंस उसी बात के ऊपर है, टू अंडरस्टैंड आवर नीड्स, टू अंडरस्टैंड आवर रिक्वायरमेंट्स एंड हाउ टू फुलफिल इट। ठीक है।
Yes, sir. Sir, what do you think that this value lecture will come in our existence in our schools or because this will be there?
Sorry?
No, these values you are telling about, value lecture should be there in that it can be coming in the existence in the lectures.
Yeah, I mean, that is what the expectations of AICT and the universities also. And as being mentioned by the Dean Madam, that in the near future, it may incorporate it in the engineering curriculum as well. In the pharmacy curriculum, it's already included.
Yeah. No, क्योंकि अभी क्या हो रहा है कि बहुत सारे जन ऐसे आ रहे हैं, बहुत दूर से आ रहे हैं, हॉस्टल में रह रहे,
दूसरे जन के साथ, और उनके साथ संगत में जाके बहुत बुरे मतलब अभी होता है, आपको ही मालूम होगा सर, क्योंकि बहुत सारे बुरे इनको ये भी मिल जाते हैं दोस्त। तो उसके लिए ये होना बहुत जरूरी है वैल्यूज, क्योंकि वो वैल्यूज तो लेके आते हैं अपने घर से, पर वो यहाँ आके भूल जाते हैं। As you can see, after that, one girl is telling about the chat, they are abusing something. We can see their values are changing here. When they come in a bigger college, or they think that they only are there who can do everything.
जी बिल्कुल ठीक है आप जो कह रहे हैं वो, और कल के और परसों के कंटेंट उसी के ऊपर रहेंगे कि हम पीयर प्रेशर के अंडर में डिसीजन लेना चाहते हैं या हम अपने अधिकार पर डिसीजन लेना चाहते हैं। ठीक है, थैंक यू। तो
Yes.
जी थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir.
तो मोहन जी और यशवंत जी, मुझे
हाँ
लगता
जी
है कि अगर सिबिल जी है तो कंक्लूडिंग रिमार्क्स उनसे सुनकर फिर क्लोज कर सकते हैं।
हाँ जी भैया।
जी जी
जी जी।
Sibyl madam, would you like to give closing remarks? Sibyl madam? I think she's on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, closing remarks, ma'am, for the day. Yeah.
Yeah. So on behalf of all of us, students and University of Mumbai, we would like to take this opportunity to thank Umesh Jadavji for his inputs, for his engagement with each of us. And I'm sure that we would all agree that he patiently and in a very lucid manner helped us to answer very profound questions of what are aspirations, what are needs, and things like that, which sometimes seem so philosophical, but he brought it down to each one of our level and helped us to communicate, talk, and begin the thinking process for the next 5 days that we are together. So thank you, Umesh ji, for being with us. We would like to also and for talking to us and engaging us. We'd also like to thank Mohan Rao ji for his uh, comparing during the inaugural, for his constantly being with us, making sure that we get the right links, for making sure that the entire program is coordinated well, and also the team of NCCIP as well as University of Mumbai. Students, my dear students, those of you who are anxiously waiting to know as to, where can you put your presentee, I would only encourage you and say that if you are actively taking part in this program, you have so many avenues for which we are able to capture, see your involvement, see how you are growing and evolving and understanding. I'd encourage you to please take the pre-survey form, the today's assignments, and right from now, every day, the polls that we put up and in these sessions regularly, to take them, to attempt them, and to express yourself through these different forums and opportunities that we are providing to you all. So pre-survey form, as we have told you, we'll keep it open till tomorrow 9 o'clock. And as sir has said, with regard to the assignments, it's opening at 7:30. So following which you could attempt that, and requesting that tomorrow as well, that we would see you all equally engaged and enthusiastically taking part in this entire program. So with these few words, we would like to say thank you and looking forward to meeting you all tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah. Namaste to all. Namaste Sabiko. Yeah. The assignment will close at 3 p.m. tomorrow. See you tomorrow at 3:30. See, we can close the session. Yeah. So we can close the session, madam. Close the session, no? Yeah.
Yeah, we can close the session.
we are closing the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.